The time has finally come to put everything I've learned from watching live PD to the ultimate test. Can I become the world's beacon of justice, the most decorated officer in the history of police simulator patrol duty? Oh fuck yeah, Officer Phil Jones, aka Mr. Eat Your Pussy with one hand tied behind his back. This isn't even the start of a career, it's the start of a legend. The Protein Pirate. Muscle madness, baby. Let's get after it. Ooh, the ladies' locker room. Time to fulfill a high school fantasy. Probable cause, I'm coming in, ladies. I smelt smoke. Because these pussies are on fire. Where you at? Why is no one changing? Let's sniff some panties at least. Can I not open this? That's not very realistic. Officer Phil Jones is fueled by soiled panties. If he's not getting those britches in his nose, well shit, I'm gonna be enforcing the law a bit malnourished. Oh, police captain. Sir, I demand a promotion. I just caught a sexual deviant in the ladies' locker room. You wouldn't believe who it was. It's time for action. Where there's people, there's crime. And if there's no crime, then goddammit, I'll make some up. Why are you running, sir? What do you have to hide? What's in that cup? Is that liquid meth? You butt-chugging some liquid meth? Getting high off children's cough syrup out here? What's going on? Get the fuck back here. This is Gotham and I'm Batman. You really think you can escape a police cruiser on foot? Are you out of your mind? Pardon me, miss. I've got justice afoot. Wow. Alright. This guy may be a bit too powerful for me right now. I'll let him go with a warning. Ma'am, slow down. Let me try talking to her. Yelling at her, more so. Come back, please. I've got a few questions. I see. Just blending in case there's a spy from the local cartel watching me closely. Now I just look like a normal man, not a police officer. High five. Come on, slap him. Ma'am, drop the cup. You're under arrest for refusal to high-five an officer. Where's my cuffs? There they are. Oh, shit! She pulled a fast one on me. She's handcuffed me! Oh, kidding. I hope you enjoyed the birthday party magic. Now come back. You're really under arrest. Can I do anything? Give her a ticket, maybe? A big fine for not high-fiving? Nope. I'm just like Fortnite gesturing right now. I don't understand. None of my gadgets are working on her. Is she immune? Is she above the law? Who is this? I'm not letting her get away. No crime goes unpunished in my city. I'll try this, maybe? No, it's not working either. Why am I not pulling out any of my gadgets? Are they like biometrically scanned incorrectly? I can't... Oh, here we go. Come back! Shit. Fuck, she got away. Oh. Hello, fellow officer. Just please business as usual. If you'll excuse me, I've got business. Where do you think you're going, motherfucker? You didn't high-five me. You can't get away from me. The long dick of the law doesn't stop. I found you. There we go. Taser out. Remember, you brought this on yourself. Come on. There we go. Suspect down. Suspect neutralized. HQ, this is Phil Jones in the wild, reporting a code 644 entitled Asshole thought she was too good to high-five an on-duty officer. Subject has been taken down. We may need an ambulance. Good afternoon, sir. High five. Please drop that and give me a high five. Nope. Alright. Brought this on yourself. Hey, what the fuck? I was arrested. What about these lawless hooligans refusing to high-five an officer? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, it seems the corruption has really taken its toll at the police station. But how deep does it go? Have these fangs of corruption sank so deep to penetrate even the highest members of the police force? I'll have to investigate. This is a rape van. I should call it in now. I don't even need to interrogate. I already know. Frederick, huh? You look like a serial diddler. Well, I'll do my due diligence. Let's investigate a bit further. Pop that trunk for me. Let's see what we're working with in the back. I'm expecting dead bodies, mummified remains, sarcophagus, stolen DVD players. What do we got? Empty, huh? To the untrained eye, it may be empty. I'm sure there's... Well, I'll be honest, I didn't see a baseball bat or gym bag, but I'll take Officer Phil Jones' word for it. So what are you doing with a gym bag and baseball bat? Tools to commit a crime. I'm gonna have to frisk you. What else are you carrying? What other deadly weapons do you have in there? Switchblade? Butter... Whoa! What the fuck? What was it? What is this hocus pocus? The cars are fucking ollieing over here like they're on a skateboard. Why are all these cars hurtling? I didn't even look at my frisk. Did I check his penis real well? Is his wiener clean? And check his BAC. He's probably drunk driving. And if he's not drunk driving, I can say with a high degree of certainty all these cars jumping next to him are certainly inebriated drivers. Or talented. I'll be honest, Frederick, I don't know if you committed a crime, but I'm throwing you in those cuffs anyway. Just because I'm confused on this whole situation. This city is... It's not what it used to be. These futuristic jumping cars, you know, it's a weird situation, Frederick, and you're caught in the middle of it. Wrong place, wrong time, right penis, you know what I'm saying? I just called it in, Frederick. Your life may be ruined, but at the end of the day, it really does boil down to being your fault. That's a stupid fucking jacket you're wearing. And now you're getting the taser. Pussy. Saved by the emergency call, but just for a moment. There we go. Execute and kill... What? What is wrong with this city? Jumping cars? Power-tripping police sergeants arresting the good, hard-working boys in blue like me? What? I'm the only one keeping this city together. Insane. What do we got over here? Speed demon? Where do you think you're going in such a rush, Lex Luthor? Let's check the speed. 0 miles per hour, that's totally inaccurate. He must be using a speed blocking device, an EMP or something. Get pepper sprayed, bitch! Those glasses didn't help you very much, did they? Pepper spray still stings, huh? You shouldn't have been going so fast. Follow the traffic safety laws, even on the sidewalk. Alright. Can we get some cheering for the officer of the month, please? How about like a good little pep squad or something? Like, hey, you, that boy in blue, sucking on a dick because he doesn't want the flu. Time to finish the job. I can't let a man like that continue to roam these streets. I am the... What? How... Is everyone made out of steel in this city? They can just full stop a car going 80. That's impressive. They've all been, like, augmented. Can't say I don't respect the future technology. Jumping cars, titanium-coated humans. It's pretty fucking wild out here. Hopefully this is Hydro's... Nope. Yeah, I was hoping this could have been amphibious, but, it seems that I've only hurt Officer Phil Jones. He's the only one here not made out of steel, I guess. He's made out of glass, bones, and paper skin. Oh, that's enough, policing for one day, I'd say. Justin Timberlake DWI body cam just dropped. There were a lot of people very excited to see this footage here. This was almost as hyped as Project Hail Mary hitting theaters. And that's because Justin Timberlake fought to keep this body cam from being released. He went through the legal process of suppressing it, stating like privacy concerns and reputational damage from what I was reading. So people then started to really get curious, well, what happened in this body cam? Did he start dropping slurs? What, did he pull his whole fucking wiener out? Like, how crazy must this body cam have gone to have Justin Timberlake now fighting tooth and nail to bury it? And now, after some back and forth, they reached an agreement and the body cam is out in the wild. So, let's take a look at it.
So the reason for the stop is because you keep veering off to the left, and then you're not stopping at the stop signs.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Is this your vehicle? Whose vehicle is it?
It's just a rental.
It's a rental? Okay. Do you have any registration with it? Do you know if they can put it in the glove box? How long are you renting it for?
Just for a couple days.
What are you visiting?
Yeah, I'm on tour.
What are you doing?
I'm on a world tour.
Oh yeah, you can just feel it. The writing's on the wall. Justin Timberlake is charging his alt right now. He's about to unleash his Bonkai, dropping his name, thinking that it's, you know, the ultimate ace up his sleeve. He's explaining to the officer he's renting the vehicle because he's on the tour. The world tour, obviously. I mean, everyone knows the world tour's going on.
A what?
A world tour.
Doing what?
Hard to explain. A world tour. I'm Justin Timberlake.
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
You have a license with you?
Yeah, I do.
There it is. He alted. I'm Justin Timberlake. Now, it does seem like he didn't want to utilize his noble phantasm there, releasing his name like that. It feels like he was trying not to, but couldn't figure out any other way of explaining the world tour. So then he says, I'm Justin Timberlake, and I'm guessing he was expecting the officer to get down on his hands and knees and start kissing his feet. My apologies, Mr. Timberlake. I had no idea. I couldn't say, I can't wait for the world tour. Can I get some tickets? But that's not exactly how it unfolded. I also don't really understand why it was so hard for him to explain what the world tour that he referenced is. How difficult is it to say that he is a performer? He sings and dances, right? It couldn't have been that hard. It's not the most confusing thing to explain. He wasn't out there trying to solve a fucking Millennium Prize problem here in mathematics. Unless Justin Timberlake believes that he's much more than a singer and a dancer. He's I'm an artist. In fact, I don't even like that nomenclature. I'm something of a divine creator of entertainment. So I'm finding it a struggle to explain this world tour to you. So, Justin Timberlake, perhaps you've heard of me?
And then when we do this, just like you're doing right now, arms, feet together, arms by your side. You're doing it just now. I'm just going to re-explain it before we continue, okay? Arms by your side, feet together. And then you're going to keep your head straight and just keep your head straight. Only follow with your eyes, okay?
Okay.
You understand that? All right.
Yes, sir.
They got him going through the FSTs now, the field sobriety tests, and he is looking and sounding pretty sloshed. He's not exactly passing this pop quiz with flying colors.
Put your left foot on this imaginary line.
This one?
Yep. And put your right foot in front of your left. And what you're going to do, you're going to stand just like this. Left foot on line, right foot right in front of your left. And you're going to stand like this. And then I'm going to explain everything, and then we'll go ahead and do it, okay?
Okay.
So left foot on the line. Left foot on the line first. And then you're going to put your right foot in front of your left. Stay just like that, okay? You're going to heel to toe, like this. Heel to toe. Put your left foot on the line. Yep.
The heel-to-toe straight line test was catastrophic, which actually surprised me. I thought given Justin Timberlake's dancing background and his history of dancing, he'd be able to just ace that, even while completely blackout drunk. Like, I half expected him to go above and beyond, like, oh, just a straight line, that's it? No, this ain't amateur hour. How about this one, officer? I'll do you one better. You ever seen some of this? You ever seen some of this? Could a drunk man do this? Huh? What about this? Huh? Yeah!
You're going to have your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe.
Here?
Okay, so we're going to put our left foot on the line first. Put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. And you can stay just like that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So it's going to be a series of 9 heel to toe steps. I will demonstrate this. Like you're doing right now. While you're doing this, you're going to look down at your toes.
Guys, I'm just following my friends back to my house.
Seems like he could smell it wasn't going overly well, so he's like, listen, guys, we're blowing this way out of proportion. I'm just drunk driving following my friends home. Like, this must be some kind of big misunderstanding. Like, come on, man. This is Justin fucking Timberlake. This guy has millions of dollars and has had millions of dollars for decades. You're telling me he couldn't call an Uber or have one of his, like, posse drive him home? This guy travels with, like, an entourage, I imagine. Nobody could drive him home. He is very clearly impaired here. Like, this is absurd.
Right foot in front of your left. You gotta stay like that, and then
Just like this?
it's gonna look like that. We'll start, okay? We'll start.
He's going to tell you when you're supposed to begin. He just wants you.
I'm sorry.
You're all good.
Sorry.
He just wants you to be in position. He's going to basically tell you when to go. Okay.
So I'm gonna have you get in position, then you may begin.
And then just walk. I'm sorry. I'm
Here. Ready? Ready?
I'm a little nervous.
Left.
I'm just
Right foot in front.
And you may begin. 3, 5, 7.
Again, not a slam dunk performance there. To be honest, I am surprised he didn't go harder on the Justin Timberlake angle. Like, I'm surprised he didn't try and just sit them down for an acapella of, NSYNC's greatest hits or something. Like, guys, we can solve this through the power of friendship, love, and NSYNC. In fact, here, I got a crowd favorite for you. Dirty Pop! Bop! He starts breaking that one out. That one was always one of my favorite NSYNC tracks, the pop one.
are you with
Yeah.
Justin? Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're doing a couple tests on him. Okay.
Help us.
What's up?
Help.
You need help?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. We're just doing a couple of tests on him. I need you to hang out over here just so you don't
Okay.
interfere with him. Okay.
Player 2 plugs in the controller here, coming from out of nowhere, just in the pitch darkness out there. She just rolls up and then says, help us. Like, actually, like some shit out of Weapons or something there. It was very peculiar. And the officer's like, what? You need help? She's like, no, it's just a joke. I'm just yanking your chain. I'm just jerking your gherkin. What's going on over here? You got my friend Justin.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have to do a couple of tests on him, make sure he's okay to drive as well.
Okay. If
Hang it.
not, we can have someone drive him.
Right, gotcha.
So she appears to be a member of his team, and then says that if he's not okay to drive, they can have someone drive him. Well, why the fuck didn't you just do that in the first place? Did Justin insist that he drive himself? I do my own stunts, guys. I'm fine. Yeah, I can't really see straight, but I'm good to drive. You gotta trust me here, damn it. I wrote Bringing Sexy Back. I know what's best for us.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000.
That's all good. Alright.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
Well, he was already operating the vehicle, so we need to make sure that he's okay. He wasn't operating the vehicle under any kind of impairment.
Got it.
That's all. If he's all good,
Can I
We'll
charge
send-
my phone? Is that okay?
yeah, you can go into the vehicle. That's perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Ma'am, do you have another way to get home?
Can I drive?
Have you been drinking?
No.
You haven't been drinking
I
tonight?
had like one glass of wine.
Okay, no problem. How are you related? Friends?
Friends, obviously.
Okay, if he's okay with you driving the car, you look you're fine to me?
They got JT in the handcuffs now, after the series of field sobriety tests here. And then the lady who showed up, she's now questioning what's going on. The officer's explaining to her, and then she's asking to drive the vehicle home. The officer asks if she has another way of getting home. And I have to imagine the answer to that question is yes, because how did she arrive here in the first place? Like, did a fucking spaceship drop her off? I'm really curious because she, I believe, does end up taking his car there. So I guess maybe she had someone from the team drop her off here. Like maybe they have a GPS tracker on JT. So when they notice that he was stopped for a while, they sent her in as the cavalry to check on her. Like, I'm actually kind of confused on exactly where she came from. So I looked it up, and she was in the vehicle that Justin was apparently following. So I'm guessing, so she is the designer, and she was with her husband, and Justin was apparently following their car. So I'm guessing they noticed that his car was no longer behind them, so then they kind of threw that shit in reverse and went to locate him, and then she tried to help here, though unsuccessfully.
But
I don't look fine
you
to
look
you.
fine to you.
Oh, I was like, wait,
no,
what?
you look under the front of the car.
Hold on, what do I look like?
You look under the front of the car.
Do
It's
I not
fine.
look good?
So he's coming with us. Okay.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, why?
He's being arrested for intoxicated.
Stop it.
DWI. Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Yes. He's coming back with us. Speech isn't slurred.
You're,
so if
you're
you're
arresting Justin Timberlake right now?
Yeah, we
Stop it.
Yes.
Why?
He was driving drunk.
He wasn't.
Her strategy is quite the desperate attempt here. She's like, no, you can't be. You're arresting Justin Timberlake. No, stop it. No, he wasn't driving drunk. No, what? Nuh-uh. You guys are wrong. This can't be. This is Justin Timberlake. So, even though he didn't really play the Justin Timberlake card a ton during their interaction, she is using it willy-nilly. And again, it's not working.
He failed every single one of our tests.
What do you mean?
So at this point, so listen, this is a private matter with us and him. Okay, I can't really talk about it too much.
Okay,
just
okay,
know
I got it, I
he's
got
not.
There has to be a moment of talking.
No. Not anymore.
Please help me.
Not anymore.
Hold on.
Okay?
So
Hold on.
this
Can
is the registration.
Can you guys please just do me a favor because you loved bye 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 or
I'm
like
happy.
sexy back?
I'm
Like
happy.
do me one favor. Let me ask him if he wants me to give him his phone.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
it's-
insane.
So it's not going to be a long thing. I'll let you walk up real quick.
Please.
Listen,
Help.
listen,
Okay.
listen.
Take a breath,
I'll
okay?
let you walk up real quick.
She did it. She dropped some track names. Guys, bye, 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 sexy back, we all loved it. So you're gonna help me out here, right? We're gonna get this solved. And the guy's like, okay, look, you can go talk to him. And as he is like saying like, okay, look, she's like, please, help! Like, come on. So she's starting to get kind of rowdy here about the whole thing. But they do let her go talk to Justin about his phone specifically. And I gotta tell you, I do really like the attempt from her to, you know, drop the old boner jams, you know, as the get out of jail free card. Guys, we all liked Bye Bye Bye, right? And just imagine a world where that works where the officer's like, wait, oh my god, Justin Timberlake, he's in sync, that's right. I love that one. Bye, bye, bye. Yeah, alright, let's go get him out the back. Oh, what were we doing? We feel like real fools now. Thank you so much for reminding us.
What was the traffic violation I missed?
I observed you.
Just so I know for future reference.
I observed you failing to fully stop at the stop sign, and then while you were driving, you failed to keep right on numerous occasions. So you're very.
Wait, start over? Sorry.
So
one more time.
You failed to stop at the stop sign, and then while you're operating the motor.
Actually, Justin, I think I can chime in here as well to help you for future reference. Just don't drink and drive. It's like the easiest thing in the world to avoid doing, especially for someone with the endless resources that you have. Just call an Uber, or have one of your friends that are constantly around you to drive you home when you've been drinking. So that way, not only are you safer for it, but all of the innocent people on the road around you are as well. So you're not jeopardizing their safety. It's actually really easy to avoid drinking and driving, believe it or not, Justin.
Good question.
Yeah, happy to answer anything I can.
Is this the normal process?
Yeah, everything is pretty standard. Nothing of the ordinary. We do this for everyone that gets arrested for DWI. Is there anything specifically about it? It's just standard protocol.
Gotcha. I appreciate you boys for doing your job, man.
I appreciate that you understand that we got to do
Yeah, I
our thing.
appreciate you boys for doing your job. I had one martini and I followed my fucking friends home. And I appreciate you boys for doing your job. Yeah.
Man, you can just tell by his eyes, he is just not there right now. It really does look like he is hammered, and he keeps doing like these long pauses and then a slight smile, like this devious smirk. It's odd, but it's because he's drunk. Now, I will say, this isn't the craziest body cam ever released. I went into this expecting it to be just truly degenerate because of how Justin and his team were responding to it, doing everything they could to stop it from being released, you know, silence it. So I really expected it to be much worse. And I think the decision to try and bury it was one that shined a much bigger light on it and most likely had even more people tuning in to see what he was trying to stop everyone from seeing from the body cam. As I've always said, I have no respect for drunk drivers, so I think this is a huge L for Justin Timberlake, and also the follow-up L of trying to suppress it. That was a terrible decision there as well. That was a rough chess maneuver they attempted. Anyway, just wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it. See ya. So I saw a headline earlier today and I immediately wrote it off as just being a joke. I assumed that it came from like Ballsack Sports or something, that they just sacked me, you know, and I wasn't going to fall for it. It was GameStop attempting to buy eBay. So I saw that earlier, I was like, fiddlesticks. Not clicking on that, not falling for that baloney. But now, I've seen that it's actually real. Apparently GameStop is tinkering around with the notion of making an offer to buy eBay. GameStop, yeah, that GameStop that you probably haven't stepped foot in fucking 10 years, covered in cobwebs and Funko Pops. That GameStop, that entity, is looking to try and make an offer to buy eBay. And just looking at the cold hard numbers here, eBay is over 4 times larger than GameStop. eBay could literally little bro GameStop just putting their hand on their forehead as they do this. Like, it's not even close. It's like a very interesting notion here. And I understand the way that businesses can be structured and the way that these kind of offers can be made is a little bit different. So sometimes smaller entities can make offers to purchase larger ones. usually that incurs some level of debt and a heavy load bearing, but like there are wacky ways of working it, but I don't see why you'd ever do that. Like if eBay's fielding those kind of offers seriously, man, I'll fucking throw my hat in there. I'll give them $20 or something, I guess. Like I'll start playing around with it. Like this is GameStop trying to buy eBay is like if my local fucking record store decided, you know what? We'll throw a hat in the ring as well. It's just so odd. But the more I look into it, the more I see that they are serious about this, at least based on what's reported at the moment. Now, their CEO, Ryan Cohen, aka the Crusader of Cringe, he has a genius idea to try and increase GameStop's market value more than tenfold by trying to sweep in here and really butter them up and buy them out. Shares of eBay have a market cap of about $46 billion and actually soared 14% in extended trading after all this. GameStop gained 4% and they have a market value of nearly $12 billion. eBay fucking mogs GameStop. It's not even close. They Gangnam Style on that ass. And GameStop is just a joke of a company. They are literally only around because they had the meme stock pump, the legendary, biblical, historic GME meme stock pump. Hats off to deep fucking value there, because otherwise they would already be buried in the dirt. And no one goes to GameStop except for TCG product now because all of these fucking parasitic scalpers, these brain-rotted fucking worms, infiltrate everything like a plague that even smells like there might be Pokemon there. So GameStop does get some people in the door for that. But outside of it, they haven't been able to actually do anything to save the business. No one's buying games there. They get terrible deals when it comes to trade-ins and shit. Basically, everything a business could do, GameStop does poorly, so most people don't shop there, and they haven't for a very long time. They've tried to just diarrhea blast everything into GameStop to try and get people through the door. So far, TCG is the only thing that's worked, but they tried with Funko Pops and like collectibles and figurines and stuff, but no one's shopping at GameStop, and they're certainly not going there for games. And you bet your sweet pippy ain't no one trading shit in at GameStop because that's worthless. You could literally walk through their door with the Ark of the Covenant and they'd give you $12 in store credit for it. It's just a joke. Like, everything about GameStop is just a full-blown meme. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the offer they're making to eBay is like $5 billion, but $30 billion in store credit. Come on, you ready to sign? Now, according to the reporting, GameStop has quietly been building a stake in eBay's shares ahead of this offer, and apparently, if eBay is not receptive, Ryan is going to take the offer directly to the company's shareholders. Obviously, all the details aren't publicly known yet, but this article does make a mention that this is kind of a rare maneuver here. For a public company to target one nearly 4 times its size, deals such as this rely on heavy debt, stock insurance, or both, banking on future earnings of the combined company to justify the cost. Now, from eBay's perspective, this sounds like a brain-dead idea, because there is nothing GameStop brings to this deal that helps improve eBay in any way. Everything GameStop touches is turning to ass. They've got the cheese touch. They have the mid-ass touch, which is something I've said before. Literally, they are an example of how not to run a business. They have been in a spiral for so long and are only kept alive because of a meme. Like, they are not doing well. TCG has been the only thing that's been any level of successful for them, and it's just because TCGs in general have blown up fucking everywhere across the board. It's been just full-blown hysteria. And GameStop, I personally believe the reason they're making this move and targeting eBay specifically is because eBay is a place where a lot of these scalpers do the majority of their deals. They do a lot of buying and selling through eBay for their product. And eBay also owns TCG Player, which is one of the biggest places online to buy TCG product. So because TCGs are blowing up and GameStop has already dipped their tiny little balls in there, they see this as a good opportunity as like this, trend that they need to hop on now. And I imagine that's probably something they're pitching them on potentially. But GameStop does nothing to improve eBay's position in that industry at all. And in fact, it only serves as an anchor because GameStop itself is a poisonous brand. There is already a built-in distrust and dislike of GameStop because everyone has their own personalist story of how they got burnt on a trade-in deal or the prices that they paid were actually a ripoff, that kind of thing. So it's just kind of silly. I'm not saying it's not going to happen because businesses make awful decisions all the time. Look at fucking Ubisoft. But I personally just don't understand why eBay would even entertain this notion, especially considering there's no way GameStop has the meat to even bring them cash, like a cash deal that would entice them. Because they are not nearly to eBay's size. So I don't know how they'd even begin to structure this that doesn't incur heavy debt. Now, this article brought to light something that I was unaware of, and it's some really interesting food for thought. Should have you scratching at the hair on your chinny chin chin that might serve as a nice little explanation for where this bold and drastic idea comes from. Well, Ryan Cohen actually has a compensation package to the tune of $35 billion, hinging on a turnaround that requires him to lift the company's market value to $100 billion and hit $10 billion in cumulative performance EBITDA. That was revealed in January, so not that long ago. $35 billion bonus on the docket here if he can somehow turn this failing business into a juggernaut. Right now, they're kind of pitching this as a team effort to make it a juggernaut, and wouldn't you know it, if eBay accepts this deal, this might just send Ryan Cohen over that threshold, hitting the mark that he needs in order to unlock that $35 billion compensation package. How fortuitous for Ryan. And let's just be honest here, who's more deserving than Ryan? Ryan deserves to be happy, and he's only a billionaire. That's not enough. We need to make sure he can get a bigger win than that, and that helps all of us. Because when Ryan's happy, everyone's happy. So yeah, this is not a joke here. It seems like this is something that is actively being pursued with GameStop trying to acquire eBay, which I think is a fucking recipe for disaster. GameStop is a joke. It is terrible. They just had their first profitable year since 2019, but that's not the result of any kind of like genius changes and like a big overhaul of the entire business model that makes it better. They achieved profitability mainly through aggressive cost cutting and exiting and closing. So like they just saved doubloons on the bottom line, which they needed to do because GameStop is bloated. It is in the shitter. So that did need to happen. But it's not like there was anything that was actually a very positive change to GameStop that's great or leads me to believe that they'd be able to make eBay better and everything eBay owns better. I think they would only drag them further down. eBay is not a perfect company by any means. They've done a lot of shady shit as well and some bad decisions too, but it's not like GameStop is going to go ahead and go in there and make it fucking sunshine and rainbows over there or something. I just think they would be terrible. Like, I genuinely think it would just be much worse. Anyway, just wanted to yap about this because I saw the headline earlier, thought it was fake. Turns out, not fake at all. That's really about it, so yeah. Yeah, I saw the Ashes of Creation stuff. Archive sent it to me. This has been a crazy disaster that just keeps on getting messier and more pathetic. What happened with Ashes of Creation? Like, in general? You don't know the story, or do you mean what the new stuff is? Because here, we'll just read the article just in case people don't know the lore. Ashes of Creation, though, in a nutshell, massively successful Kickstarter campaign, and then, out of nowhere in a very public blow-up got taken down, 4 or 5 months ago? They're like, all right, we're done here. No more Ashes of Creation after raising $3.2 million. Okay. So it was removed from Steam in February. Wow. I didn't remember being that. I thought it was a lot longer, but whatever. I thought it was a lot earlier. Watch the first 20 seconds of the video in that article. It's insane how much money they spent on bullshit. Down here. Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. The ensuing back and forth between former CEO Stephen Sheriff and the studio's board has made the veracity of both sides' claims difficult to verify, but following an extremely detailed report published by YouTube channel Nefas QS on April 11th, there are now more allegations flying around about how the project's funds were managed. The news report claims to have obtained and processed the entire Intrepid Studios general ledger from 2015 to 2026, which they state paints a troubling picture of a company that was on the threshold of financial death at multiple points in its history. And then it talks about the new allegations here about the lavish lifestyle. So here we go. So basically, using funds for nefarious purposes outside of making the game that they were supposed to deliver and following through on the promises.
$21,000 to hire a private chef, $48,000 for historical antiques, $220,000 for DoorDash, $8,700
$220,000 for DoorDash. That's diabolical. What is he ordering through DoorDash? How is that possible?
$1,000 to hire a private chef, $48,000 for historical antiques, $220,000 for DoorDash.
$220,000 for DoorDash doesn't even make sense. You'd have to be eating like every hour. Man's out here DoorDashing caviar and shit every hour on the hour. DoorDashing gold bars to my house. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that's possible. I didn't see that figure. I saw like the TCG stuff where he wasted $48,000 on trading cards and shit. And then the private chef. Why is he getting a private chef for $21K when he's still DoorDashing $220K worth of food? Is all this guy does eat? That's all he is? He's just like fucking gluttonously consuming? Just like this filthy, gluttonous man? Like Nurgle or something? Like, this is crazy. How is that possible? How does an appetite like that even exist? Because keep in mind, this is $220,000 in a relatively small period of time. This isn't over the course of like 40 years. Wow. Wow.
$8,700 for office plants, almost $16,000 for the movie theater.
What? $16,000 for the movie theater? I go to a movie every single week and I haven't spent anywhere near $16,000 in the entire time I've done like the moist meter and shit. How? What does he do? This can't be right. You would have to be seeing every single movie that's ever released for the last like 5 years in Dolby and IMAX. I don't get it. That's mostly food. Oh, true, yeah. Maybe he spends $16,000 at the theaters, not on tickets, but on concessions. That's a good point. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. All the limited edition popcorn buckets, you're right. Didn't even think of that. How silly of me. The guy who DoorDashes $250,000 worth of food is definitely finding other ways of wasting even more money on food at movie theaters. Holy.
$95,000 for Amazon orders, 3.5.
What was that? So, let me just full screen that because it's getting because it's getting blocked by the embedding.
$8 million for the almost $16,220 for the movie theater, $595,000 for Amazon orders, $3.5 million for Amazon Web Services, $1.48 million for the American Express credit card, $3.9 million for multiple Chase credit cards, $102,000 for Epic Games, $21,000.
Say that one more time.
Multiple Chase credit cards, $102,000 for Epic Games.
$102,000 for Epic Games? Like, what does that mean? Like using their engine or their service or something? Or is he actually spending $102,000 on the Epic Games Store? I don't even think they have that many games on there that could even warrant that amount of spending. If you bought every game Epic Games has, I don't think you would spend $100K. Oh, V-Bucks. I didn't even think of V-Bucks! Son of a bitch! Oh, you're right. I didn't even consider that. How accurate are these numbers? Well, according to the article, he got a hold of like their entire financial ledger from 2015 to 2026. So I think it's probably pretty accurate. I don't know. And even before this video, there were allegations of like really crazy spending and mismanagement. So like it's entirely believable. It's not confirmed per se, but I could see it. Oh, I spoiled one of them. He spent $421 at a luxury cigar retailer. It's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, I'm getting spoilers now. Arguably one of the more serious allegations in the general ledger concerns a company named Gore Oil, which states he received $81K. Gore Oil Company was the deed owner of Sheriff and Moore's San Diego mansion, which was sold to the couple on April 11, 2020 for $4.9 million. Sheriff, who was continuing to litigate these matters in court, told Kotaku there was no misappropriation of Kickstarter funds whatsoever and that any assertions regarding a lavish lifestyle or personal misuses of company funds were categorically false. An examination of the facts through the judicial process has already revealed that the parties behind these claims orchestrated an unlawful foreclosure to take control of Intrepid's assets from the people who built Ashes of Creation, with the intent to exploit those assets for their own benefit, Sheriff said. Since the new video went live, someone has been trying to make it go away. Someone already filed a privacy complaint against the video. Just a heads up, we will be disputing it. He wrote in the comments. Someone also reported my Reddit account from a community subreddit to the admins. Huh. So interesting. I am so beyond curious if these are accurate.
$21,000 for Magic the Gathering cards, $2,200 for hot dogs, $4,200 for luxury aromas, $6,600 for Steam games, and
How do you only spend 6K on Steam versus 100K on Epic? This guy's actually a madman. This guy is clinically insane. He needs to be institutionalized. I don't even care about the $2,000 that he blew on glizzies. Don't care. Shoving them up his butt, throwing them in the trash. It's a lot of money to be spending on glizzies, but that is not nearly as offensive to me as spending 6K on Steam versus 100K on the Epic Game Store. How? Bro is saving up to buy Tung Sohor in Fortnite.
$49 million for office rent.
Listen, someone's stomach, child's stomach just growled.
Classic,
Did you hear
classic.
It? Gotta listen like me. Rent is too damn high.
Those are just some of the numbers you'll be able to look at both yourself in this video and the general ledger covering over a decade of monetary transactions I'm making publicly accessible.
Ooh. You can check the ledger yourself? That adds another air of credibility to it, I would say. Wow, I have got to see how this shakes out if this is all true. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I only read, the article, so I missed some of these up here in the beginning. I didn't watch the video. Yeah, the whole Ashes of Creation story is a crazy one. We talked about it when it first happened, when it first got taken down, and all of the, wackiness. Don't worry, your money was spent on a glizzy. That's true. You were probably part of his hot dog fund. That was one of your backer rewards. Sheriff eats a hot dog in your honor. I don't know, man. It is very interesting that this is now publicly accessible. He's made the ledger public. It could still be bogus. It could still be incorrect data. I have no idea. I have got to see where this goes next. I am still so stunned on this right here.
Theater, $598,000 for historical antiques, $220,000 for DoorDash.
Can't get over that. I can't get over that. $220K for DoorDash. That's like that Wayfair shit back in the day where people thought they were trafficking children through the Wayfair prices because some of the furniture made no sense that people were paying or something, whatever that was. Now I kind of already forgot the details. That's like that kind of shit. Isn't it across 10 years? Yeah, I believe it's across 10 years. That's still an unfathomable amount of money. And again, 10 years is a relatively small period of time to rack up $220K in DoorDash orders. In fact, how long has DoorDash been, mainstream? I don't even know if it's been around, in a big way for a decade. Let's see. When was DoorDash launch? 2013 is when it launched, so let's safely assume that it was big in 2016. That's still crazy. I feel like most of these, though, like DoorDash, Uber Eats and stuff, really popped off around, COVID era, though. That's when I imagine most of the spending would have been for them. Is Uber Eats healthy? Brother, what? It depends on what you're Uber Eatsing. It's entirely up to you. Uber doesn't decide what it's sending you. Trump Mobile, the golden Trump phone, supposed to come out 2025 of summer. So now the beginning of 2026, still no phones, still no pickles. And you might hear the little Banjo-Kazooie backing track right now to this video. It's because I'm on hold with Trump Mobile support to check on my pre-order to see what's gone so awry that the phone still hasn't arrived.
The Trump family's attempt to launch a new smartphone is off to a rough start. You may remember back in June, Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. announced the launch of a new American-made mobile phone along with a wireless service they called Trump Mobile. The release was originally slated to happen in August, but now it's November and people are still waiting.
I've tried to get a hold of Trump Mobile's customer support for a little while now, a couple days, to no avail. So now I'm just on hold waiting to see what's going on with it. Because, I mean, it's, you know, the Made in America, well, scratch that, they actually got rid of that. It's no longer Made in America. They don't claim that it's an American-made phone anymore. It's just a proudly American phone, according to their website now that they've updated. And for $500, it was a really, like, great deal, which defied all laws of physics and everything we knew about manufacturing to get a phone to that level. Every single human being on the planet with a functioning frontal lobe could have told you there's no way to make a $500 phone in America. So now they've abandoned that marketing mumbo-jumbo entirely. Oh, I thought I was about to get a hold of someone there, but that happens a lot. It starts to like break up because there's only one song that they loop forever and they can't even do that smoothly. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to see what's going on with Trump Mobile, because the phone still hasn't been delivered. There's no signs of life. There's no pulse at that company, if the company even exists in the first place. I'm starting to get skeptical now. And yeah, I'll just keep you updated as I continue to stay on hold endlessly in this fucking void, this purgatory that they've locked me in here. Alright, let's try again. Yesterday they were closed, so this is right in business hours and business time.
Thank you for calling Trump Mobile. For English, press 1. Para español, oprima el número 2. Press 1 to open a new Trump Mobile account. Otherwise, press 2 for support with an existing Trump Mobile account. Thank you for calling Trump Mobile. Your call is very important to us. To ensure the highest level of customer care, this call may be recorded for quality control and training purposes. Please hold, and our next available representative will be with you shortly. You can also visit our website at www.trumpmobile.com to apply for a new account or access your personal account portal.
Hey, I just wanted to check on the status of my pre-order.
I'll be more than happy to go ahead and assist you, ma'am. Please have the telephone number your account is under.
Now, interestingly enough, I gave them a bunch of phony baloney information. Like, the email and phone number I gave them are not associated with any Trump phone or Trump mobile pre-orders, yet somehow they found my account. I don't understand how, because it's not registered under anything I provided, but just in case that does end up being someone's actual phone number, I'm not going to put that clip in here, but what I gave them is not tied to a pre-order because, shocker, I didn't put $100 down on the Trump phone, but somehow they were able to locate my account.
So, due to the government shutdown, there were some delays with the delivery process. Everyone who pre-ordered the T1 phone has secured their order for the phone. So what we're doing is that we are sending out the phones priority shipping. Soon as shipment resumes, everyone who did pre-order the phone will receive a confirmation email once the phones have been shipped out.
Okay, wait. I mean, it was supposed to come out in the summer, though. That was before the government shut down. I thought there was just some kind of...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I was expecting it in the summer of 2025, when the shutdown wasn't till after that. I guess I'm just a little confused on how that affected the manufacturing.
Well, the phone was scheduled to come out in December, which is around the time that the government shutdown did happen. And like I said, the reason why it was delays on it was because we needed to get the approval from the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, before the releasing the phones. And so That's why we are doing priority shipping to get the phones out to the customers as soon as possible.
Is there a time I should be expecting it? Like, is there an ETA?
As of right now, we don't have like an exact time frame. We were just told just to update the customers. Once shipment resumes, we will be communicating with all of our customers via email.
Okay, well, but I'm sorry for the skepticism. I'm just getting a little concerned because it's been a while. The phone is real though, right? You've held one?
Honestly, me, myself, I have not actually held one in my hands, but they are real. You can also go to our website at trumpmobile.com. And like I said, it does have all the information about the phone as well.
Well, yeah, I see it on the site. It's just me and my family were kind of expecting it by now. Do you know anyone that has held one? Like, do you know anyone that's using one currently or anything like that?
I'm going to be honest with you. No, because like I said, everyone pre-ordered the phone, has not gotten their phone as of yet. So, from my knowledge that I know of, no one has received their T1 phone as of yet. And we know that, like I said, the customers haven't, been waiting on it. And we do value our customers. And like I said, that's why we are trying to, expedite the process to get the phones out as soon as possible.
Okay, well, I appreciate the honesty. I guess I'll just sit tight then until I get that email. I really appreciated how honest this guy was. It would have been super easy to say, oh yeah, I'm actually holding a Trump phone right now. But he didn't do that. He just said, yeah, I've never held one. I don't know anyone that ever has. Like, I appreciate that he was willing to be that open. He seems like a good guy. And I imagine they're probably getting flooded with actual customers being very concerned where their phone is because they've actually put money on it. And it's not like it's an insignificant amount of money. $100 for a phone that was supposed to ship like 5, almost 6 months ago now. And when you go to the website, they still proudly say that it's coming out by the end of the year, which was 2025. That year is now past. That year's in the books now. It's done and dusted. And they still have it on their website that if you're pre-ordering now, you are going to be getting it by the end of the year. 2025 is the assumption because it's been there since 2025. It's pretty absurd. In fact, when you go to their website, you can still put the $100 down to this day, despite there being no evidence of the phone's existence, not even from customer support. You can still put $100 to the idea of the golden Trump phone, despite no planned or expected release date or anything to bring further clarity to the whereabouts of this unicorn they're calling the Trump phone.
An American flag on the back. And so we put that pre-order and they were promising that these phones would be released in August. Here we are in November. I've been trying to get out to the call center every few weeks and say, hey, what's the update? And I've been perpetually told it's going to be released at the end of this month. It's going to come out next month. When I would ask about reasons for the delay, they didn't have much to answer for except for that they were working on this phone. At one point, they even blamed it on the government shutdown, interestingly. But again,
his findings are similar to mine. The support did say it's because of the government shutdown. I guess a very convenient excuse if you ignore the fact that it was supposed to come out before the government shutdown. Support then, of course, just doing his job. It's not like I blame him or anything. Is saying, no, it was actually supposed to come out in December, which isn't really the case. But even then, it's past December and everything like that. The government shutdown, it's in the past now. Where's the phone? It's January. This segment was from November. Like, it just doesn't seem like it's real. It doesn't seem like it actually exists. And I think a lot of people that put the $100 down have probably forgotten they've done that. They probably forgot that Trump even has this Trump phone that he pitched because he is hawking so many products to enrich himself and his family. He has like actually over 200 fucking pieces of merch, the Trump cologne, the Trump Bible. Like, he has so much garbage that he is putting out there that a lot of things like this just fall through the cracks and people just mindlessly giving him money. They probably forgot about this. But you still haven't received what you were supposed to with your $100 down. You have still not gotten any information on where your Trump phone is. That should be something that's pretty eye-opening to a lot of people, but I'm sure they'll just hand-wave it. No, it's so highly advanced and such powerful American-made technology here that it's just taking a little extra time, which is why they can't actually explain anything. That's what's going on here. When the reality is, they can't make that phone for what they were saying. Like, you could probably go to Temu and start drop shipping a golden Trump phone, I guess, but their initial claims were that it was American made, and even on their website, they still have, like, the nomenclature that tries to mislead people into thinking it's American made by saying it touches American hands during production, as opposed to being entirely American made, because you cannot make that here for that price. You can't. You literally cannot. So it is going to be probably made in China, and if it ever comes out, will not be what it was advertised as, if it ever comes out at all.
Even a phone being made in the U.S.? Do we know? And I know you've been looking at their website and noting that there are some changes there.
Yeah. So again, this was branded as a made in the USA phone. In fact, they said so on their website. But interestingly, as I've been trying to follow the development of this phone, they tweaked the wording on their website. And now the mention of the made in the USA is completely scrubbed. You can see the original image on the top there. It says in that text, made in the USA T1 phone. And now all it says is, you want to be the first one with the new T1? Here's how. Elsewhere on the website, they describe it as an American proud design. And
January 2026 checking in, it's still in that state. They are, like I said, trying to wash away that initial claim of being like entirely made in the US because, as he goes on to mention, it's just not technically possible to make that kind of device in the States here at that price point and at that development timeline. It's just not possible, which is why it's no longer there. But the phone still doesn't exist, so they're still, I don't know, having a hard time developing it overseas too. I thought for sure they would have just farted out something very quick from like Alibaba and called it the Trump one, just to like satisfy the people that gave him money, which is no doubt a lot of people. I think it was hundreds of thousands of people pre-ordered the Trump one, like the Trump phone. And they are still getting nothing. There's still nothing there with no answers and no expectation on when it's arriving. So, just wanted to give you a little check-in here in case you forgot about the Trump phone. It's not looking good. I'm sorry to tell you, sports fans, but it's looking like you got schmeckeldorfed. That's really about it. So yeah. You remember a while ago when Overwatch blew up, so every company on the planet tried to bite that bosom and make their own slop-ass hero shooter and flooded the market with garbage? That exact same phenomenon's happening right now with human beings on TikTok. Every single day, there is a new broccoli hair prankster or 3D printed looks maxer that just spawns in, gets a following, and then snowballs from there. And today I just learned about a new one named Hulo, who is a looks maxer that is now facing 15 counts of possession of child pornography, all of which he has publicly admitted to. They have pretty much irrefutable evidence based on what's available, and that's only what's publicly available, not even everything they submitted to police. And despite all of that, there are still oodles of people defending him. Even though he has publicly confirmed that the evidence is accurate about his purchasing and possession of child sex abuse material, there are still these revolting mosquitoes, these flies that are attaching themselves to Hulu or Hullo. It's probably not Hulu. The streaming service probably would have ceased and desisted him if that was his name. Hulo, whatever it is. They're still attaching themselves to his butthole to suck his farts and fight tooth and nail for his honor, even though he has admitted to these unforgivable crimes. That's the state of things right now. It's sickening. I talked about this same thing happening like with David, how the dipshits for David movement is still defending him, saying he's been framed, even though there is so much evidence publicly available and the case is still ongoing and not looking good for him. They are still willing to die on this hill that David's innocent, and now in this case, Hulu is a good guy and he deserves to be defended. I'll start here before going over Gideon's investigation of it. He has been arrested, and here is all of the charges he is facing here. Now, based on some of the reports I saw, this could carry up to 25 years in jail if he's found guilty on all of these, but it also varies from the different sources I read from. It's a long time in jail here. And the fact that they have these charges against him, the possession of this material, means that they probably have evidence of it. Outside of just Gideon's video where he admits to it, I imagine they have something far more solid, because they wouldn't think about all of the other, like, predator catchers where they do get the pedophile to admit to things and that becomes inadmissible. There's a lot of times where that can't be used. So you don't see them ever get these kind of charges. The fact that he has 15 counts of this means that they probably do have very solid proof that he had this material.
This is just one of the Telegram messages that he was talking to. Just one. So, as you guys can see first, he messaged first. He said, hi. This is what the trader said. CP, teens, and all group links available. Which package are you interested? And what's your budget? He said CP, $25 max.
So, to give you a bit of context here, like the lore, his ex found out what he was purchasing, the CP that he was purchasing, and then Gideon found out about that because of her blowing the whistle on it. Then they teamed up as well as predator poachers. They went to the police, they submitted the evidence, and then also publicly started to out some of the evidence so that way people could see it and stay away from him. And I've talked about this a lot. I think when it comes to shit like this, putting it out in the public is extremely important. Making sure that it doesn't compromise the authorities' investigation on it, but also alerting the community so they can stay safe as well and avoid these kind of fucking monsters. So I totally understand that approach. And what you were seeing there is some Telegram messages. Gideon goes through a lot of them. This is him trying to purchase CP for $25. And this became a meme in his community, as well as like a couple other looks maxers made it like a joke to try and water it down and like sterilize it. Like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Haha, $25 for cheese pizza, which they all keep calling it on TikTok. So he even posted like a 5x5 joke about it.
So his manager, who I will be outing later, is purposely telling his client to make jokes about him buying CP, CSAM. That $25 he spent $25 to watch and jack off to children's innocence being taken away. And he knows he did that, yet he posted this meme.
Evil shit, man. This guy is purchasing videos of children being raped and then making a meme out of it. And apparently at the direction of his manager. It's actual demon shit.
He said hi, they said hi, CP content available, and he says how much.
More Telegram messages get posted that show him cruising these telegrams attempting to purchase CP. So Hulo, I'm just gonna call him Mason. His real name's Mason. I don't know how the fuck to say his stupid handle online. So Mason was going around trying to purchase all of these videos and did successfully buy them. And was then confronted directly where he just started singing. He just started squealing and confirming all the evidence was true.
You guys can defend him all you want. You guys can make all the memes and jokes and all that. But keep in mind, this man has a 10-year-old sister and an infant sister as well. And listen to what he admitted.
Like that you saw? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I guess.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you straight up because you've been straight up with us. You're going to be straight up with this too. Did you masturbate to those videos of 12-year-olds? Or was your hand rubbing your penis at the time that was being
It was just, I guess my hand was on my dick like the whole time. I'm just going through everything.
Okay. So was your hand going up and down on your penis?
Yes.
Okay. So it's fair to say that's probably masturbating.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate you being honest about that, dude.
On camera, openly admits to masturbating to videos of 12-year-olds being sexually abused, and the Hulo is innocent gang doesn't care. He is then asked again if the allegations are true, and he confirms they are. That he downloaded those videos, he claims he deleted them. Also, it says he, told the police, when directly confronted, he openly admits to it. And it's all on camera. And now he is being charged with 15 counts of this. And still, people are defending him. In Gideon's own chat there, you could see a lot of people saying he's not a bad guy, free him, it's not that big a deal, that kind of thing. You can literally see it in Gideon's own chat. And then on TikTok, his community is standing beside him 100%. As if it's, some kind of mistake that he made that he'll learn from. That's not a mistake. That is pure evil. He is buying videos of children being raped for his sexual pleasure. He apparently tried to say that he was in a dark place when he was doing it, but now he's a changed person, so people are like, oh, he deserves a second chance. No, we can't let his life be ruined over this. He was just in a bad spot. Do you know how many people are in a bad spot that don't turn to paying money to watch videos of children being raped so they can jack off to it? That's not an excuse. That's not a justification. It is pure demonic evil shit. And people are just giving him a pass and like fighting tooth and nail for him. They got their fucking shield up going to bat for him like white knights to defend Hulo. Even though he openly admits to it, he is being charged. They're pursuing 15 counts of possession of the child sex abuse material, and still people don't care. They think that this isn't that big of a deal, and that, well, he was in a dark place, so we can't be mad at him for it. They're not even saying that he's innocent, that he didn't purchase these and watch these. They're not even saying that. They are saying they don't care that he did. It's just unhinged, man. It is actually scary. Because it's not a small amount of people. It's not. It is not a small number of people. I know you can always point to like these fringe outlier freaks that'll defend anyone and anything, but here you can find a ton of them. Like, go to any post that's talking about this, or go to any video, or go to some of the communities. There's even some people like in the Looksmaxing community that are going to bat for him. You can find so many people defending him. It's just, I just cannot wrap my head around how we even got to this point. I don't get it. I don't get it. There is just nothing that is just universally condemned anymore. There isn't. Even just objective evil like this no longer gets a complete condemnation from human beings. Sanity is just devolving. It's scary. It is completely unhinged. Anyway, I just wanted to yap about this. I think it is a great thing that he is being charged with all of this. He's a fucking disgusting monster. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
Initiating moisture.
Nostalgia comes in many forms. Maybe you think back on grandma's old special grilled cheese recipe and get a semi-chub. Maybe you're like me and remember supersized options from McDonald's before they phased it out due to causing hearts to explode. Point being, nostalgia's fucking powerful, and nothing is more nostalgic for me than the original Luigi's Mansion. I still remember the Christmas I got it on the GameCube. Just an outright great game that still holds up well today, and I'm super excited to say the newest Luigi's Mansion 3, is just as good and in some cases even better than the original. So let's dive the fuck in. The thing I like most about the new Luigi's Mansion is that they have it as a hotel instead of a mansion, which let them do each floor its own unique theme. In the original Luigi's Mansion, each room would have a different theme or purpose, you know, a fitness room, a ballroom, whereas in the hotel, each floor is dedicated to it, the entire floor, so every room follows the theme. For example, there's an entire room or floor that's dedicated to just being a full-blown movie studio that has you with a really cool boss battle at the end on camera. Another floor has you entering an LA Fitness, where you can go in the locker room and find used needles where the synthol was used. Each floor just becomes its own entirely different adventure with a really good boss at the end. The bosses in this game are super fun. They each have different mechanics, some better than others, and there is one boss in particular I find to be a bit tedious for the sake of tedium. It's a cat that you have to chase through multiple floors doing the exact same mechanic to 6 times, and I just think that's a bit excessive. Not that it's a bad fight, but it doesn't change. You're just hunting it across these floors. So I didn't care for that boss, but every other one, for the most part, was a really memorable and enjoyable boss that not only looked good, but had some fun mechanics to play with. And it really is the strongest part about this game, just all of the different places you go and how great they look and how great the boss at the end is. You go to a floor and it takes you to a fucking pirate ship, you summon the Black Pearl and fight its captain. So it's not restricted to just being rooms in a hotel or, you know, themed around something indoors. It has you going all over the place and doing all kinds of crazy shit, which was a lot of fun. Now I'm going to get to a complaint now because some of the boss fights were made hard, not because they were a hard boss, but because the controls betray you. The controls have a mind of their own and they're constantly trying to fight you for their independence. When you're trying to aim something like the plunger is something where you can fire it sticks to a surface, you suck it up and you pull something off. When you're trying to aim that plunger, the controls just don't really work. they don't lock on to what you need them to, and they'll have you spinning all over the place, and this is where the camera angle kind of fucks you as well, because you can't really tell where you are in space or exactly where you're aiming, so then you just get confused. You end up firing the plunger straight behind you or throwing it out your own asshole, so it doesn't really go where you need it to during a boss fight, which became painfully tedious during the last boss. The last boss has you firing bombs into a mouth, and you can't find the mouth half the times because it won't lock on, so be fucking firing bombs like you're doing it with your goddamn eyes closed, because for some reason, it won't target properly. Now luckily it's made a little easier by being able to use the bumpers for the things that you'll need to aim, but even then it's still not great, because when you spin around it does it so violently and you can never really quite tell where you're looking, that it ends up still just being very wonky and just not great. There's also an entire level where you're in a water raft, and the water raft controls are abominable. Has you spinning around like you're drunk on a fucking Ferris wheel. It's just confusing sometimes with how the controls work, but it's not the biggest issue in the world, it's just something that becomes frustrating during certain parts of the game. But that aside, those are my only real complaints with just the occasionally frustrating controls with a camera paired with a camera angle that doesn't really do you any favors with figuring out where you are in space. Other than that, the game's fucking great. The majority of the game will have you solving puzzles, which are actually pretty cleverly designed. They're not just surface level baby shit. Has you thinking like a real strong scholarly man. And there's a lot of things you can find, some rare jewels hidden throughout the world. And you have a lot of different things to tackle these puzzles with, so you'll be using a lot of them between the plunger, the dark light, and Gooigi. Gooigi's this sidekick that you fart out. He's basically just a cum clone of you. So then you control two Luigis. Gooigi can squeeze through gates and holes and shit like that. So there's just a lot of different ways of approaching these puzzles and a lot of things that you'll have to be thinking about when attacking them. It's a really fun game. And it just feels great to be back in the saddle again with the old Dyson in hand sucking on some ghosts. And the game's also not super short or anything. It took me just under 10 hours to beat it, and that was without going through and finding most of the things hidden in the world. And it does have an online mode, but I didn't find it to be that enjoyable. The online mode basically just has you and some teammates going through rooms, clearing them of random ghost mobs. I didn't find it to be all that enjoyable from the couple of games I played, but it is an option if you just can't get enough of sucking up the ghosts. So plugging Luigi's Mansion 3 into the moist meter, I'm giving it a nice 90%. I think if you own a Switch, this game is a must-have. It's a lot of fun, a really, really cute and exciting adventure, and I just really fucking loved it. That's it. So yeah. Yeah, so it turns out the Reddit mod meltdown on the Ring doorbell is real. I was very skeptical. I mentioned that a couple times in the video. It felt like forced, because you genuinely, like if you asked someone to sit down with a box of crayons and said, draw me a caricature of a Reddit mod, it would spit out this guy. He's in like a pseudo trench coat with flip-flops, a Demon Slayer shirt. He even looks like the Soy Jack memes and shit and all that. I really thought that this was just like a very successful staged video. It's not. It's a very real thing, and it's actually very sad. So there's a couple of additional pieces of information that have come out. There's this video here where apparently he actually broke into the house. The claim is that the husband wasn't home and was talking to the guy through the Ring doorbell, which is what you hear in the original Freakout, but he eventually found his way in.
Where the fuck is she? Huh? Victor, you around?
So he's asking where the fuck is she? I'm assuming it's the daughter that he was talking about at the door. He starts opening these doors like it's a Scooby-Doo chase scene, like looking around. And he seems like he's in like a trance almost. Like this seems like he's having an episode of psychosis. It is what it looks like to me, and he's asking for someone named Victor. I don't know who he's looking for, maybe Victor Von Doom or something, I have no fucking clue. But he's looking for Victor and trying to locate some girl that he believes is in distress.
Victor, you around? Huh? You like raping little girls, bitch? Huh? You fucking try me, I swear to God I'll fucking kill you. Do you understand me? Who the fuck is she?
So I don't know who he's talking to there. In the comments, the poster said that they know who this happened to, which is how they have this ring footage that he had sent it to him. In the comments, apparently the wife of the homeowner was home and had like locked herself in a room to try and stay safe. And I'm guessing that's who he's talking to there. Where he says, if you try me, I'll fucking kill you. I'm assuming he's talking to the wife there. And he didn't know this guy. So this guy was, I guess, just taking a cruise through the neighborhood and then picked this house.
You okay? Are you okay here? What's going on? Where are you?
It's a little quiet, but you can hear him say, "Are you okay? Are you okay in here?" That could be the wife he's talking to there. I'm not sure, but he was saying something like, "I'll kill you" to someone else, like if you try me. And then he says, "Are you okay in here?" to someone too. I'm not sure, who he's talking to there or what that's about. But again, it feels like he's in like a state of psychosis. Eventually the homeowner does get here.
You might. Where's she? Get the fuck out of my fucking house, dumbass! You think you can fucking shove me, motherfucker? I will save that little girl, you bitch! There's no fucking. You fucking liar! I can hear her. I can fucking hear.
So now there's a big tussle. So you can hear them scrapping. It's off camera. You can't see it, but I'm picturing like in Ed, Edd n Eddy when they start fighting all together. It's just like a big old cloud of smoke and a bunch of fists are flying. You can hear them rummaging around there, getting pugilistic. It's shaking the ring camera. But the whole time, you can hear him saying, like, "Where is she?" That kind of thing. And then I was going to fast forward a bit. I don't know how long it lasts. But eventually, he, like, starts to de-escalate the situation, the homeowner.
Who are you talking to, bro? You are. My name's Harry Dresden. Get the fuck out of my house.
He keeps insisting his name is Harry Dredson, the professional wizard detective. So even inside the home, while presumably getting his ass beat here, he is also maintaining, "I'm Harry Dredson." Maybe he like flashed a badge or something at him. I don't really know, but he is staying with that. They are fighting. He keeps insisting that someone needs help here, the daughter or some woman, something. And then the homeowner comes down after the scuffle with this big shovel here, a fucking massive shovel. He's got the big snow shovel out, and now he starts to defuse it.
Third room, bro. I'm telling you, get the fuck out of my house, please. Just answer the question. Get the fuck out of my house. Answer the question, please. There's no one in there. There's 3 rooms, man. I don't know who you are. You better get the street at 1797 Co-op Drive. I don't know who you're talking about, man.
Why do I hear screaming?
Are you military?
Yes.
Okay. Can you help me out? Okay.
Yes.
I understand what you're going through right now.
Yes.
Can you step outside?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Will. Thank you for asking.
So that is something that I found really interesting. He asks if he's military. He says yes. And he says, "I know what you're going through." And then after he asks that question, like his whole demeanor kind of changes, and that's when he gets him outside, and that's when you see this arrest. Like, it's not fake. This inside footage I haven't seen outside of like the subreddit here. It feels like it's really hard to fake because it's definitely not AI. It is 1000% the same guy. Like that. I think this is probably legitimate as well, but the arrest is 1000% real. So that's how he gets him outside. I don't know if he's actually military or anything because, again, it seems like he's in a state of psychosis, so he might not even know what he just said yes to. Or maybe he really is ex-military and he is struggling with, like, PTSD or something. It's impossible to know, but he is definitely going through some kind of, like, episode here. So they fight. He de-escalates it with the snow shovel. Then everything else takes place outside. You can see the cops come in. They're checking on everything.
Fairfield Police, is anybody inside?
Fairfield Police Department.
And then outside, they take him away in cuffs.
No, or I will fucking end you. Do you understand me?
He rang the bell. The fight is on. Sounding straight out of an old Xbox Live lobby right there.
Don't move.
But yeah, they've got him out here now. And again, that's the homeowner that you can see here. He's wearing the same thing, so it's definitely the same guy. I think there's no world that this is somehow fake or staged. These aren't actor cops. These aren't like fucking strippers or anything. These are real. His police report is out there. He's facing a lot of charges. It turns out it was 1000% genuine, which I cannot believe. Me after 2 beers. well, bub. Interesting. But yeah, then they take Cobra Commander away.
Nick!
It was real. You can find his arrest report. He got hit with 4 felony charges for assault, deadly weapon, criminal threats with intent to terrorize, first-degree burglary, and vandalism. Yeah. I won't pull up the arrest report, but it's out there. He is looking at some very serious stuff. Like I said, from here, it really seems like he is just truly not in his right mind. I am very curious what the true story behind this guy is. Like, what actually led to this. This shit is unhinged. He did threaten to kill multiple times, and he did fight. Like, he fought the homeowner. I don't believe the wife was hurt or anything, so that's lucky. Crazy stuff, man. He's honestly lucky he didn't get shot. Like, at the door and certainly inside the house while going around, like, opening doors and slamming shit and, like, making threats, presumably at the wife that is apparently hiding in there. Like, it's lucky he didn't lose his life. He's lucky that he found this homeowner who, like, really did a master class in de-escalation, because most people aren't doing that. And even this is a really risky thing to do, because this guy absolutely could have followed through on his threats and just started shooting if he had a gun. Like, this was very dangerous and ended up working out, but that's not how it's going to play out most of the time, man. This guy would have absolutely been shot in most other places. We're coming up on a very special 5-year anniversary for a personal journey of mine. If it was alcoholism, I'd be getting a chip for this achievement right now, but I'm receiving a very different kind of gift for it. First, I need to ask, though, what have you done for 5 years straight with unwavering discipline and gusto? Mewing? Maybe? Yeah, and what do you have to show for it, tough guy? You still got that soft chin. What about jelking? You a big jelker? Spent the last 5 years in the laboratory desperately trying to put a few inches on that pathetic little meat of yours? Well, what if I told you that 5 years could have been better spent doing what I was doing? Watching One Piece from start to current. Over 1,100 episodes. Please, hold your applause, I'm no hero. I just did what I thought needed to be done to finally stop getting bombarded with the question of why I didn't like One Piece. I started this journey 5 years ago, which feels like the blink of an eye now in the grand scheme of my One Piece journey, because I had tried numerous times to get into it and just never fell in love with it. But every time I would stream, I'd always be getting the question about, what's wrong with you, Charles? You gotta screw loose to not like One Piece. So I started it out of spite, and I gotta tell you, sports fans, the first year or so of that journey, for the first, 200 to 300 episodes were brutal. Trying to stay awake watching those arcs was a more difficult boss battle than trying to kick a heroin addiction. It was tough. But I pushed through, I persisted, and I've been giving you steady updates like once a year since, because after about 300 episodes, I did fall in love with One Piece. Experts may call it Stockholm Syndrome. I call it just objective improvements in the show itself. And I understand in the manga, everyone always says this, the pacing for the earlier arcs is just significantly better in the manga as opposed to the anime. And I imagine they're probably right, but I'd committed to watching the show. And I think once we start getting into Water 7 territory, the show really hits its stride, and it maintains that. The show does get a drastic improvement not only in animation, but in pacing, and I genuinely think everything in it starts to elevate. So I'm extremely happy I did push through and catch up with the show, because it is extraordinary. So now that I'm caught up, I'm just going to give you all of my thoughts, kind of like as a all-encompassing debriefing, because like I said, I've been giving you yearly-ish updates on my One Piece progress. But I just want to put a nice little bow on all my thoughts on One Piece as a whole, and I guess I'll get into the nitty-gritty here, the spaghetti and meatballs of Egghead specifically, since that's obviously the most recent arc. But anyway, overall, I love One Piece, like I said. I think the show offers some extremely high highs, but with that comes some lows as well. In particular, Fishman Island. That is my least favorite arc in the entire series. I hated that. That was a slog to get through, and I found so little to like about Fishman Island. And I know I've yapped quite a bit about my disdain for that arc, and I'm not going to go too deep into it here, but just know that shit is poop. I do not like the green eggs and ham of Fishman Island. But my favorite arcs are as followed, in this order. My favorite arc is Marineford, followed by Enies Lobby, followed by Dressrosa. And the more thought I put into it, the harder it became to choose what are my definitive favorite arcs, because there are some turbo bangers in here. So it's always been a bit fluid, but the one that's never changed as my favorite arc is Marineford. That one's pretty unbeatable, but the rest have kind of moved here and there, ebbed and flowed. And I know Dressrosa in particular is a bit of a contentious pick to be in my top 3 arcs. Worth noting, I watched One Piece, so it cut out a lot of filler, which Dressrosa was apparently famous for. I didn't get that experience. I got just a really high quality, very compelling arc that I loved from start to finish. So maybe my Dressrosa experience was very different than a normal anime watcher's experience if they watched all the filler and stuff. One Piece did an extraordinary job of keeping everything flowing, keeping it moving, and it was great. I really, really like that arc, but I don't think anything will probably ever beat Marineford. I mean, I guess I can't say for sure because I don't know where One Piece is going to go, but Marineford was just the culmination of everything that had been building for so long in an extremely satisfying and emotional arc. This arc also opened my third eye to a painful revelation that I may not know what the One Piece is yet, but I do know what the one truth is. that Mihawk is a fraud. Mihawk clashed briefly with Vista in the Marineford arc, and it became abundantly clear that this man might just not be the world's greatest swordsman. Maybe he's like King from One Punch Man, where everyone just perceives him as this unbeatable, indomitable force of nature, but in reality, he's just not. We haven't seen Mihawk do a single fucking thing since he clashed with Zoro at the Baratie, like, 20 years ago. Like, it is so sad. Like, it is actually is so sad. He just gets by on aura and aura alone. Speaking of world's greatest swordsman, for the longest time throughout this series, my favorite character was Zoro. But now that I'm finally caught up, it's still Zoro. It was then and it is now. People like to boil him down to just being like a very one-dimensional flat character, but I just think that they're not watching the same show. That's so disingenuous. I can recognize that his motivations and a lot of the side quests, we'll call them, that he goes on are simpler than the rest of the crew, but that doesn't mean that he lacks as much depth as they have. I think Zoro is a perfect character to contrast the rest of the crew, and I always appreciate where he ends up throughout the arcs. My favorite villain is Doflamingo, but my most slept-on superstar is Magellan. I'm somewhat of a Magellan maniac. I believe that if that man could get off the toilet for even just an additional 3 or so hours and they'd let him spread his fucking wings outside of his prison, that man could be an actual threat. Now, of course, it's just pure delusion and hopium to believe that we might see him again engaging in the overall plot of One Piece. I think his role is kaput. He himself is a prisoner of the shitter, and he will probably never leave Impelled Down. But I think if he ever did, he would genuinely be an extremely powerful character, even in, like, the current landscape of things. My most controversial take on One Piece is that Sabo is genuinely a fanfic character that you have to suspend disbelief in order to accept his presence in this series. I really, like, the more and more I think about Sabo, the less and less sense it makes for him to even be here. Just this secret third brother that just happens to pop up out of nowhere, and somehow he is the well-known second in command of the Revolutionary Army, a world-famous group, and yet somehow Ace, who himself is extremely notorious and high-ranking in the Whitebeard Pirates, never knew Sabo was alive? Was Ace illiterate? Maybe, but even if he was illiterate, why the fuck couldn't he see pictures in a newspaper? Did he never hear Sabo's name, even though apparently everyone knew about Sabo, who he was in the Revolutionary Army? And there was never anything in Ace's ear that was like, wait, Sabo, it's ringing a bell. My brother. It just doesn't compute, and especially the timing makes it even more fishy, where it feels like the sole reason behind Sabo's presence in the story is that he was drummed up, conjured as a replacement to Ace. He just happens to come through after Ace's death. He also gets Ace's devil fruit. It really feels like Sabo's entire purpose was just to be a Ace replacement. And the way Sabo even is used in the story itself is very odd. He's kind of here as like this all-powerful, damn near omniscient presence who can do everything, and is used exclusively for, like, these fake-out moments. So, like, he goes to the world government, and, like, the five elders attack him. He might be dead, but he's not dead. He's on an island. The island gets blown up. Sabo might be dead. He's not dead. It's like, it's very weird. Sabo as a character just doesn't really fit with the rest of the characters One Piece introduces, and it just feels like the way in which he is put into the story feels very forced and very out of left field. Now, not to be confused with me being a Sabo hater, I don't even really dislike him or anything. It just feels very odd how he gets into this story in the first place and the way in which he is used in the story. But his scenes are hype. Like, it is a cool sequence when he, like, tries to save Cobra and everything. Like, it is cool to watch, but I just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense how we even got to that point with Sabo in the first place is all. But still are cool sequences with Sabo, and I do think that he is an interesting character. Anyway, though, let's now dive into Egghead. So when I was first watching Egghead, I was a pretty vocal Scrooge on it. I didn't really love the first half of the Egghead arc. The second half, however, significantly better and much more invested. I think the second half of Egghead has been really, really, really good. First half, bit of a snoozer. But I do think it was necessary to eat your vegetables first here in this case because it does help lay the foundation and build the stakes for what comes in the second half. But yeah, I really was not liking the first half of Egghead. I really didn't like the Seraphim, by the way. I didn't think that they were a strong addition to the One Piece story. Vegapunk, love Vegapunk. I love everything with Stella. I think that is so good. And I really think I can't remember if I've been doing spoilers when going through my One Piece journey. I think for the most part I have been, because a lot of the arcs that I've been covering are like fucking 15 years old. But I don't know if I should do spoilers for Egghead since it's still fresh. I'll try and I'm gonna have to get into spoilers. There's no way I can talk about some of the things I didn't like about it without getting into spoilers. Let's start with the things that I really liked. Kuma's backstory. My oh my, did they hit a grand slam with Kuma's backstory. That is probably the peak flashback. I don't want to use the word arc because it's not a flashback arc, but peak emotional character backstory so far in the show. I thought they really crushed Kuma's story. It is tragic from top to bottom. And his whole existence in the show is just agony. And even where he ends up in Egghead here, there's nothing happy about it. For a character that himself is so positive, despite everything he went through as a child with his parents and himself being enslaved and them being killed in front of him, with his father being murdered in front of him, still trying to find the light and still holding on to the hope of that legendary hero that will come to save them, and then trying to make a difference with the revolutionary army and saving people, and then himself still being dealt such a bad hand. There's always fingers crossed, hoping something finally goes Kuma's way, but it never does. Even when he's raising Bonnie, she's gonna die if he doesn't give over his humanity to the world government, to Vegapunk, to turn into this soulless killing machine, basically. The Pacifista program, all based around him. A weapon for the government. And he does it out of love for his daughter. But to save her, he had to abandon her. And then she went on her own pirate journey quest. Now she's gotten the truth, wants revenge on the 5 elders who are overseeing the program, in particular, Saturn. And Saturn becomes like our main big bad of the arc, and I think he's a really good villain. And he's not alone. There are other villains there like Rob Lucci and Kaku, whom I do think they're good villains, but I didn't like the flip-flopping so many times there. I think that was a little overdone. I get why it's there. Stussy also being there. Her role was very cool. That was quite the plot twist reveal there with her role and everything. But even though I like Rob Lucci and Kaku, like their presence there, the amount of flip-flopping I think was just a bit excessive. But in addition to their presence being there, there's also Kizaru. And Kizaru is a very interesting villain because prior to this, we'd always seen him as just like this callous, uncaring, calm, cold, bad guy. Like, do I need to kill them? Fine, I suppose it would be stimulating. I am a little bored. Here I go, reluctantly killing for the sake of the government. And that's all you ever really got, so you're under the impression that he's just like this guy who will do pretty much everything and he won't feel anything. Just basically a heartless bad guy. Well, here we get a lot more fleshing out, a lot more backstory. It turns out he is actually somewhat intertwined deeply with Bonnie, Kuma, Vegapunk. So when he is tasked by Saturn to kill Vegapunk and Bonnie, he really doesn't want to. You can start to see emotion in this character. When he does ultimately kill Vegapunk, he is anything but happy. And it feels like there's almost this sense of relief when Luffy is able to actually overpower him. And he makes like the treasonous decision to feed Luffy when Luffy was, out of energy, out of power, so that we can continue to fight against Saint Saturn. So we got a lot more out of him, and I thought it was really interesting, and I'm so curious to see what his motivations are. What does he want? What is his goal? What is he doing? It's so good the way a lot of these things were built up and how they were executed here so far in Egghead. This is also the arc in which we get the most exposition on the Void Century and filling in the blanks for everything that's been happening that has been a mystery to this point, like with the Poneglyphs, Joy Boy. Vegapunk gives a final message to the entire world, revealing so much information, much to the chagrin of the Five Elders, whom show up at Egghead to try and put the kibosh on the broadcast and shut everything down because they can't have these secrets getting out about what's happened in the past. It's just really satisfying now because it feels like we're finally starting to see the big picture. We're starting to get these breadcrumbs to follow for what it all means and what actually happened 800-900 years ago. Who is Joy Boy and everything? Who are the Five Elders in Emu? Like, what is all of this? It's so, like, it's hard to not, like, wait on bated breath for the next episode and the next big reveal. Oh, also, one of my earlier complaints with this show, like the whole series, is that there was always this hesitation to kill someone, even if their role in it had been finished, like their whole arc. Like a Arlong or someone. Like, pretty much a villain who served their purpose that I don't think we'll ever see again. The show still had a tendency to just, like, knock them out and move on. They fainted, and that's it. Never to be seen again. And they did that with, like, every character, not just villains, but, like, any character I thought that they were setting up for a death, didn't die, most notably, like, Pell, like, so long ago. And I get with Pell there was a lot of stuff going on at the time there with Pell, which maybe led for him not ultimately facing a demise there. I get that, but that's just another example that I'm pulling from. There are countless others of characters that I thought should have died there to amplify the emotional stakes of what was being built to. With Egghead, though, no longer does it feel like there is a hesitation to kill off characters. There is a lot of character deaths in here that I didn't expect, that I didn't see coming, that are important characters, so it really does feel like we're reaching the end game here. I just wanted to make a mention of that. No longer is that like a complaint I have with recent One Piece. They are like actively killing characters. Like, it feels like it's getting much more intense. Now, one of my biggest complaints so far about Egghead, though, and it's not even in the first half, it actually is in the second half, bringing all five elders here, I think just kind of made them seem weaker than they are. So, I like Saint Saturn as a villain. I think he's a great villain. But him actually fighting Luffy, he looks like a bitch. And I get Luffy, as, you know, the new Joy Boy, is supposed to be absolutely fucking stomping this man. He's basically blue waffling all over Saint Saturn. It's not even really a contest. But Saint Saturn as a fighter is really underwhelming. He's basically like the Derek Zoolander of the One Piece universe. He has one move. He has one look. And it's just by throwing out his little spider legs, and that's it. He doesn't do anything besides that. Even when he's not fighting Luffy, and he's like going after the rest of the Straw Hat crew, he can't even like kill them because he's only using his spider legs and nothing else. And then he's like, oh, this is a waste of my fucking time. I'm just going to run. So he does. So he goes to the next thing. These insects, I won't bother with them. Like, it just makes him look like not a very terrifying presence. And when they brought the other five elders in there, the same phenomenon happened where, because now there's so many, they can't give a whole lot of focus to them. So instead, they all only do one thing. Warcry, I think, is the best example of that. That fucking goober is the equivalent to that goddamn Rick and Morty butter robot whose only purpose is to serve butter. All Warcry can do is go into boar form and charge. That is all they show him doing. All he does is just charge. So, like, when the Giants arrive, which, by the way, super hype. I'm extremely excited that Elbaf is being brought into the Megamix here. Bragi Dory back in the fold now. It's very exciting that they're there. They're having a good time. They're super powerful. And Warcry, all he does is just charge and headbutt. That's it. It just makes him seem kind of lame. He's like a E-Honda player in Street Fighter 6 just spamming that one headbutt special. That is all Warcry does. So, like, it just makes it feel like he's not really a threat. He only can do one thing, and he's not even succeeding at it. Like, he's not even doing a good job with headbutting. And that's just so underwhelming for these five elders, whom we have this entire time been led to believe probably the most fearsome, terrifying creatures on the fucking face of that planet. And yet here all five of them are just getting toyed with, really. Getting laughed at, getting blasted around. Like, they can't even stop a broadcast. Like, they can't even find the transponder snail and destroy enough things to stop it. Granted, they have to be a little careful with the mother flame, I get that. But they just don't look as strong as we've been led to believe, because now all 5 of them were here, still basically getting embarrassed. Like, so far, there hasn't been a moment where I'm actually concerned about a character because of the 5 elders' presence, because they're just not good at doing anything they aim to do here. I think it would have just been far stronger if it was only Saint Saturn who was up against everyone, the Giants, Luffy, the Straw Hat crew, all while trying to stop Vegapunk's desperate broadcast to the rest of the world to get the truth out there. And Saint Saturn against all these odds is still making it a close fight. That, I think, would have been a really strong showcase for the 5 elders and how scary they can be, that one of them is able to go against all of the strongest in the universe there. But the fact that all 5 show up and still can't succeed, it makes it seem like, well, Luffy will probably end up just fucking dog-walking them at some point. Like, it doesn't really feel like they're as terrifyingly powerful as I thought they were now. Whereas, again, if it was just Saturn there, I'd be left thinking like, damn, this is just one of them able to, do so much across all of Egghead here. I can't even imagine what'll happen when the other 4 get involved. But now I don't have to imagine. I know what happens when the other 4 get involved. Still fucking nothing. They still can't, kill even, a giant or anything. They can't stop a broadcast. They can't do shit. It just makes it feel like the 5 elders are just kind of weak. That's just, my main complaint so far with Egghead. It kind of took a lot of the oomph out of the 5 elders. Anyway, though, that's really my only major complaint with the second half of Egghead. Like I said, didn't love the first half, but maybe it just wasn't my cup of tea. There's really nothing in there in particular I think was bad. Even with the 5 elders, I don't think it's bad. It's just, I don't know, it felt a little underwhelming given how much had been built up about them is all. But overall, I think it's a very strong arc, and I'm really, really happy that I caught up to One Piece and I get to enjoy this in real time now as we're entering, the end of this legendary series. I think it's a masterpiece. I will say, though, I don't expect anyone to follow suit and, force themselves to watch 300 episodes if they're not enjoying it. I think it's totally fine if you just don't like One Piece after X amount of episodes to just say it's not for you and be done with it. There's nothing wrong with that. I probably would have done the same thing if it wasn't for me being so spiteful. I probably wouldn't have pushed through as hard as I did, and then I did actually fall in love with it. Again, not Stockholm Syndrome, just an acquired taste. My taste buds got a little more refined is all, as the show got better. Anyway, I just wanted to give you this yearly update here, basically. Fully caught up, we fucking did it. That's really about it. See ya.
This is my home. It's my United Nations. It's my country. But I am not a tree. I am a snowman. And this is my son. Together we are snowmen. My son's favorite activity is a good game of Who's Got Your Nose. This is our nemesis. The tigers drove snow people to the edge of extinction. It is only myself and my son left to clash with these creatures. They do everything in their power to prevent us from rising up and reclaiming this planet. This includes fucking up my trees. And I prefer my trees not fucked up. But one thing the tigers don't count on, they don't know about, is I have an ace in the snow. You see, according to a prophecy written long ago in ice tablets, my son is destined to become the next Frosty, the Tiger Annihilator, and once and for all, defeat the Tiger Menace. What the fuck do you tigers want? Stop sniffing my asshole, face me like a man. You're not getting my lunch money. No, I'm not afraid of you, don't whisper in my ear. Oh, you stepped on my snow hole, that's a cheap shot, you son of a bitch. Alright, my son, if we want to survive, we're gonna have to put the whooping on them. They don't know we're snowmen yet, so get ready to strike. This one's getting up close and personal, it's sniffing me. It's looking for my lucky charms. We got the drop on him, go, get him, son! Where are you, my son? Why are you not going berserk? You didn't even attack, why'd you freeze? We had him! You just decapitated my son. You fucking fiend, you'll pay for that. Fear the frost! Oh, no, no, no! Alright, I may be down, but I'm not out. Fight me, come here, I'm not finished. Get your nose out of my nose, we're not sniffing buddies, get out of here. What are you doing, you sack of shit? Oh no, fuck! They've resorted to cannibalism! This is like a twisted episode of the Magic School Bus, damn it. The tigers may have been triumphant in this small battle, but believe me, nothing can stop the return of the snow people.
Like, that in itself.
Spine pain relief, and he's like driving a wooden stake into this guy's back like a vampire. Alright, home ASMR. Oh! Oh! Jesus, this isn't ASMR, this is horror. This guy's... Oh! This guy's just a fucking hitman. So this guy's not only a chiropractor, but he's like a gel therapist for hair. Not exactly a barber, because he's not cutting it, but... he is gelling that shit up real hard. Oh, actually, never mind. If your father's getting a treatment like that, he knows what he's doing. This is like some Flintstone shit. He's just fucking cavemaning on the guy's head. How is this helping with his back pain? Oh, there it is. I can see the relief. Look at the chakra being realigned. Now that is getting it done. That's how you do it. You see, this is what science can't teach you. I'll be honest, I'm not really one for ASMR, but god damn it, those head whacks, that's getting me off a little bit. It's like this guy's training for a slapping tournament. Like he wants to take on Vasily Kamatsky, so he's training on these guys. Excellent technique. Yes, yes, there it is. There we go. I thought he was going to miss that spot, but he took it down. Now he's going to pour that apple juice on him and beat the fuck out of him. Yeah, baby. Alright, now that he's got some PP on his back, beat him with that stick. Get him with the doorstop. Good adjustment, yep. There we go. Put that shoulder blade back where it belongs. Yeah, hopefully his next tool will be like a staple gun. So that way he can, like, bolt down the chakra to the man's body. Making sure to hit each vertebrae. Wouldn't want anything to survive disappointment. There we go. Good sloshing sounds. Important for the chiropractics. It's like he's rubbing his hand in a bowl of spaghetti. Ooh. Here we go. High five, yep. Reach around, and then we finish it off. Dislocation. Bang. Bang. Can you still move this arm? There we go, now you can't. You're gonna, like, slap it? Oh, yep, that's that. Well, there, that's, I don't know about that one. He fucking whipped it like he was rat-tailing someone. Yikes. He is feeling that. Don't do it. Oh, no. He wasn't ready. Oh, Lord. The full Nelson! This guy's not a chiropractor, he's a WWE wrestler. Oh, no, that's the full Nelson. The textbook full Nelson. Suplex him. Wow. I'm surprised this man is still here. He's getting slapped in the head, fucking greased up and shaved, and then having his arms dislocated, and he is still here. Why hasn't he just gotten up and left? I don't know why he's plucking his hair out. Yeah, let's just ruin some hair follicles while we're at it. Facial slapping massages, I haven't heard of that. Hold on just a patty flippin' minute here, what the fuck? Okay. I'm hooked. Let's check this out. I hope it's the same guy just slapping the other guy again. Can see the relief. Just washing over her. She's just gently wing-tuning this woman's face. What is this supposed to do? The facial slapping montage, or massage, has been said to reduce aging. Literally slapping lifespan back a few years. Or dialing their age back a few years, I mean. Adding more to their lifespan, slapping them back to their younger self. By the end of this facial slapping massage, this girl will be 9 years old. She is not getting her money's worth. If I'm paying for a facial slapping massage, I better be catching some mean hands out there. Like Vasily Kamatsky hands on my face. If I'm fucking paying top dollar for it, I want to get slapped the shit out of me. Alright, Layla, give it to her. Massage that face. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're feeling it. A little better, but really crank one up like Popeye on her. Calling this a slapping massage is just, it's a disgrace to actual slap. Well, now we're getting somewhere. This is like the Marvel intro. Cool. Yeah, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who enjoys Assassin's Creed games less than me, but I always approach them with an open mind, hoping that this will finally be the one that I like again. We'll see. Positive reviews. We'll see how it goes. That was nice. I didn't even have to touch my controller. Automatically moved him. Cool.
Father Valagnano has come to request free movement for his priests in your lands.
That is correct, Sir Ranmaru.
You will address Lord Nobunaga.
Of course, of course. Forgive me, Lord Nobunaga. Please, accept this gift. A European chair, made by the finest artisans.
Lame gift. Give me something cool. We should be presenting cool gifts.
May rise.
Like a Nintendo Switch.
You asked. If only he understood. He is all the people of Kyoto speak about since his arrival.
Oh. I'll play it cool, I'll be mysterious.
Diogo has been a loyal sword bearer for me. He has freed me to focus on...
Do choices matter in this game? I doubt it, right? It's fucking Ubisoft. Yeah, I'll start aura farming.
Diogo? That is what we call him.
While Iga calls its unifier a tyrant.
Man, my armor is absolutely clapping Oda's right now. Man's out here in bathrobes, meanwhile I've got the whole kit and caboodle on me.
No. Lawrence.
You've got him! Use your sword, friend! Oh my god, they need better training. The dude just lit himself on fire. The other guy forgot how to fight. Nice.
Your armor is strong. I must break it.
Oh man, I am eating him alive. Into the fire. Oh, he freed himself.
Last door to get through.
Who's shoot? Is it you? Someone was just shooting at me from behind that entire fight.
Go. I will meet you there. Now
he dies, I bet. Calling it. He's dead.
You cannot be.
The second he said he'd meet us there.
Cannot be taken.
His fate was sealed.
Promise me, Plum.
It will be somewhere he feels safe. A well-guarded place.
He doesn't see me?
It'll be less trouble if I stay out of sight.
He did see me. Damn! He's good. He's tanky. There we go. One down! You're next, Buster! Oh man, I got him stun locked. Oh shit! Almost got one tapped. Take that! Alright. Well, I still can't go in there. Did I do all that for nothing? I don't know why I thought they'd open the gate. She killed our two strongest men! Quick, let her in! She earned it! Iconic Assassin's Creed! I feel like I could have just dropped on the floor, it would have been fine. That's big. I see you, coward. Hi-ya! What? Excellent dodge. That guy's good. Alright, he's good. You don't... Does he not see me? He does. Hiya! Must have been the wind. Check this play out. Watch this. Oh god, wait, the aim assist fucking me. Hiya! Hiya! That was so clean. Oh, he cut his fucking ear off. Excellent work. Oh yeah. R.I.P. No! Oh, I thought it was going to be a lot more heroic than that.
No! Let them suffer. Let them die in pain.
Fine. We have what we get.
Wait, maybe he doesn't die. That is the most classic cliche ever. Iconic cliche employed. Also, if you're the leader of this group, why are you gonna let one of your subordinates command everyone? No, let him suffer. No, fuck you, buddy. I'm in charge.
Clearing the wasp nest from her tree.
Oh, no.
I kept getting stung.
No complaint.
My least favorite thing in the entire series, just following, listening.
But together.
The height of the great mountain
Hate
is
it.
not made by one stone.
Yes.
I appreciate the auto-follow, though. They know it's boring.
Vegans are different people. So we
But then my counterpoint would be, why not do it a different way?
It's very dark behind your eyes so your father does not see it. Enough hiding.
That was easy.
Enough hiding.
I know just where to begin. Off we go.
I'm getting me mallet. Auntie Matsu comes back with that fucking blunderbuss.
Ah, it's a knife.
You come to stab me, kid? Is that what it is?
Well, wait, but you
Nurse me back to health so you can kill me at full strength? I know your
You
plan.
know how my hands shake in the cold.
I like the music. I fuck with that. Like that scene where the dad gets clapped. That whole scene, like with the music complimenting it, was pretty cool. Now they have like a music video training montage. That's cool, I guess. But man, this shit is so slow. Holy. It's been an hour and a half, and I think I've had maybe 10 minutes of gameplay. Leave them alone! Wait, let me off.
Is anywhere safe?
Time to stealth. Gotcha! No! Fuck, one saw me. No! No, my stealth has been ruined. Oh, I thought he was going for it. Last one. Alright, everyone's safe. Who was here that I was saving, by the way? I'm here again. I don't feel like killing everyone. That just seems like a waste of time. I'm just gonna sneak to the loot. Do you see me? Bye-bye. You got him. Stop!
Your belly open for the insult alone.
Did he insult you? What'd he say?
Oh, that's Ashigaru. I can't let this stand.
Well, even the guy who's getting harassed has now walked up, crossed his arms, and sized me up. I don't know if he wants my help. Oh, shit! Damn it, they saw! She went that way! No! I'll lose them in the grass. I just need to find some taller grass.
Where'd they go? You will fall.
No, wait, they can chop the grass. Fuck. Just like that, I vanish.
Come on out.
Gotcha! Yes, the master of stealth strikes again. So cool. You're free, buddy! You're really gonna walk away without saying thank you? All of that, huh? Alright, tough guy. See if I save you again. Oh, it was a 4-hit combo. My first boss fight!
You can't run from me, girl.
I'm not running! Take this!
You go.
Oh god, okay, I see. So every single one of these is going to be a flashback, huh? A flashback mission. So it's going to be rhythm game into flashback mission, I think, for this.
The shrine. Auntie Matsu's scroll will be close. Best if I remain unseen.
Did you check in?
Bandits in the shrine! What are you doing here? Get the fuck out! Ah, run, get out of here! Ah, they're not welcome here! I need to go collect shit from under the floor! Get out of here! Be gone! Okay, every single one of them forgot how to use their arms. I did see a knowledge point thing over here.
Old woman's face when I took a piss in the street.
Piss in the street? You're dead now.
Your end is near.
Oh, these are level 6. What? Oh, I just got one tapped when I missed that. I won't let the public pisser get away with it. I will bring order to this town. Okay, there's one. Only 15 HP or XP for that, huh? Wow, this guy takes no damage. I'm just wasting my time. He actually takes no damage, holy shit. Not worth. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Here comes a 45-minute fight. Okay. Locked myself down for too long. What the fuck is this? Is that a data fragment for the battle pass? Holy shit, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's a- oh no, it's a key. No, wait, but it's a key for the battle pass. Yes, my battle pass. How many keys do I need? Oh god, it was only 30 out of the 1,000 I need. Oh shit. A 3% chance to instantly kill with posture attacks. Does that work on bosses? That sounds great. Vanish after 2 seconds while crouched or prone. Oh my god. That sounds so good. It's so stupid, what the fuck? You fool. How did that happen? Why? Oh, must have been the wind. Can the enemies not climb, like in general? I'm starting to think they just actually can't reach me. Like, even if they knew I was here. Look at me, look at me, look at me up here.
Surrender yourself.
Man, I really got this guy fucked up. Take this! Expertly done. It's just that easy. And I got some pine bush. Can you please get off this tree? I'm begging. Get off this tree. Thank you. Oh my god, please. I just want to leave this tree! Help! Fuck! Let me off! Let me out! Don't worry, the master of stealth is... What? Someone here? I have a plan. Follow me.
Where'd they go?
Outsmarted. Even got the executioner coming right to me. Gotcha!
Where is
And now I'm gone. You'll never find me now.
So
He said you will not get me off this rock. Take that! Executioner down. Yeah. That'll fucking teach him. And I got a new hat. I think the game's just boring. I am not an Assassin's Creed fan, haven't been in over a decade. I like that it's not the exact same combat as the previous games, but it still doesn't feel all that new. This feels like sword combat from, like, maybe 10 years ago. Like, it's serviceable. Granted, I'm still, what, 3.5 hours in, so it's still early. But it's just, I don't know, it's not fun. And the cutscenes, there's so many, which I usually don't mind, but I am not really invested in the story. So I'm not really, I'm not loving it. It's better than Mirage. It's better than Valhalla. I fucking fell asleep on stream playing Valhalla. Mirage just super sucked. But I still just think it's so boring.
Would not want me if he knew I lost the statue.
statue.
Hyunyor entrusted me with one of our oldest statues.
Don't make me go get it.
Shinran.
Have mercy, don't make me go get it.
Granted us access to the...
We'll just write it off. He'll forgive you.
Offered the way of the fight. We don't have the strength to take it back.
I don't think I have the patience to take it back, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mitsumune.
Then that's what I'll do.
I know I'm going to regret this. It's gonna be another fucking side quest that's just a super snoozer. Main quest is right there. I'm doing it.
No, we fight.
Damn right. We're all here. Might as well fuck them.
Oda Nobunaga has brought us to the edge of extinction. Wada koretake, friends, to push us over.
I like the plan. A full frontal.
We end the destruction.
Watch this stealth kill. Please. Come on. He'll never see it coming. Gotcha. That's how we do it. Who's next? Got him with the razzle dazzle. You'll never hit me. I'm too swift.
Now it's safe for the most.
But whatever, I'm already here. Absolute baloney that one hit me and you know it. How did you even climb back up? I haven't seen anyone else in this game climb. Is this guy just built different? Okay, that's cringe. Oh my god, stop locking on to everyone but this guy. Take this. No fucking shots. What a climactic conclusion to one of our first big bosses of the game. I did that just as a joke, thinking it would bounce off his armor and he'd give me a cool voice line.
Where?
That was pretty epic.
You left him to suffer. to die in pain. And every day since, I have thought of only one thing. Making you suffer.
Oh, I did. He suffered the ultimate shame of cringe. I killed him with a spitball from the top turnbuckle. He's dying in shame.
You give us blades. You tell us to defend the temple with our lives. Then you sign peace treaties with demons. Abandon us to slaughter. And right when I am on the edge of despair, you send her.
What do you mean, fuck me? What'd I do?
These men don't deserve to live.
I don't care. You can kill him. I don't give a shit. This will impact. I don't care. What? Do it, man. I'm not your dad. You do what you want.
Mitsumune is right. Anyone fighting for Oda Nobunaga deserves death.
You are fools! I fought to keep Mitsumune safe, but he is beyond saving. You all are.
Yeah, how many people did you kill? Don't act like you're better than us.
You said you were ready for blood. The veins of my people opened for you. I hope it was worth it.
You seem pretty... What, man? What? You wanted blood just as much as I did. More than me. I didn't kill that unarmed surrendering guy. What the fuck? Why are you lecturing me?
How did you feel?
Man, I should have just said no. Eat my dick. How about that?
Yeah.
New weapon. Oh, sorry. I didn't fucking mean to, man. Calm down. What are you freaking out? Whatever, I'll kill you. We just had a huge victory and now you want to act like a real bitch just because I accidentally hit somebody. There. Holy shit! This guy had 862 mon? What? That's more than I got from every single mission I've done so far. I just beat a stranger to death and he had so much shit in him. He was a loot box. I can finally afford one of the fast travel spots. Wow, that's the strat right there. Just kill unarmed rich dudes. Or not unarmed, he's far from unarmed. Just kill random rich dudes in the towns here. That is the strat for sure. The weekly quests for Jesus, Battle Pass. Okay, we can just do purge. We can do 2 corrupted entities, and then I can get the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter or whatever. Oh my god, it's 4,300 meters. I'm going to bed. I'm not doing that. I'm calling it a night. Hooey! What an eventful last couple of minutes I had right before starting this recording. I've got a headache that's been brewing, and then there was a bug on my leg that had me squealing and swatting at my leg, and then I happened to see this clip of Mike Tiny Johnson trying to play a sad song on the world's smallest violin about Congress members and trading stocks. AKA insider trading to anyone who actually fucking activates neurons, by the way. This has just been kind of miserable. It's like the equivalent of that cartoon gag where a character steps on a rake, turns around, steps on another rake, and just hits themselves in the face a bunch of times. That's what's happened to me here. Now, this is not a new clip. I think it's gone viral recently, which is why I just saw it. This is from like a year ago or something like that. And in the full clip, he's talking about why he's in favor of a ban on, Congress members using their knowledge to trade stocks, getting an advantage like that, which is illegal, by the way, but you wouldn't know because no one ever gets in trouble for it.
I mean, I'm in favor of that because I don't think we should have any appearance of impropriety here, okay? But the other side of it, some people say...
Oh, I love that. He just can't stand on it. No, I'm in favor of banning it. We need to banish it to the Shadow Realm. But... And then he goes on to make points, gathering sympathy for stock trading with Congress members' knowledge, potentially. So you're against it, but you're also so sympathetic for why members of Congress do it. How peculiar. Those two things seem at odds there, Mike, don't you think?
A few bad actors discolor it for everyone. And look, we have no tolerance for anything even resembling insider trading or any of this kind of advantage that anybody could take. Zero tolerance for it, and we'll stamp it out ourselves. So that's why I'm in favor of the policy, but I understand people that have misgivings about that, so we'll see where it lands. Yes.
We know where it lands, the same place it always does, right in the fucking trash can. Because insider trading has become a staple for these corrupt politicians at the top of the food chain here. So even though he talks about him being in favor of the ban, he spends a good chunk of time, which is the clip that has gone viral, making arguments in favor of why politicians, Congress members, have engaged in trading these stocks and how sympathetic he is for it. It's fucking delusional. It's just openly disgusting. And then he also has this, fraudulent statement about how there's zero tolerance for insider trading. Since when? No one's getting punished for it, Mike. You're gonna stamp it out yourself? What does that mean? Just bend over for it? Let it keep happening? Just goat-seeing here? Because that's what's been going on. You're not stamping out insider trading for shit. I'll show you that viral clip of him Gangnam styling on the American worker and talking about the stock trading as though it's like a positive thing almost. But first, I want to just make it clear that all of these zombies do this same thing. They'll publicly condemn, boo, insider trading bad, but they know that it's not going anywhere, and in fact, they don't want it to, because all of them are fucking doing it. Even someone like Nancy Pelosi, whose name has become synonymous with insider trading, also publicly condemns it, talking about her support for putting the kibosh on it. Nancy Pelosi's potential insider trading is a worse-kept secret than me being short. But she's never been punished for it, there's been no consequences for it, and plenty of people like her, especially in Trump's inner circle. All of his cronies are actively butt-fucking the market in broad daylight, just blatantly corrupt insider trading in front of your very eyes. And who's going to jail? Who's getting perp-walked for insider trading? Nobody, it's crickets. So people like Nancy Pelosi or Mike Johnson can come forward publicly and deliver valuable lip service about how much they hate insider trading and that they're pushing for action against it, but they know it's not coming because all of them are doing it, and they also don't want it to stop either. The only person that I can think of in recent times who was even on the hook for insider trading was fucking Martha Stewart, and that was 2 decades ago. Nowadays, you're not cool unless you pee your pants. Fucking all these ghouls in Congress seem to be engaging in it. And also, I don't even think Martha Stewart actually went to jail for insider trading. I think it was like ancillary things on the side. But anyway, the Mike Johnson speech here was a nice cherry on top of the shit cake where, even though he was saying he's in favor of the ban, he then did a whole spiel about, well, I'm very sympathetic to, Congress members who do stock trade and such.
Well, look, the salary of Congress has been frozen since 2009. When you adjust for inflation, a member of Congress today is making 31% less than they made in that year. It goes down every year. And over time, if you stay on this trajectory, you're going to have less qualified people who are willing to make the extreme sacrifice to run for Congress. I mean, it's just people just make a reasonable decision as a family on whether or not they can come and move to Washington, have a residence here, residence at home, and do all the things that are required. So the counter argument is, and I have some sympathy, look, at least let them engage in some stock trading so that they can continue to, take care of their family.
Base salary for a member of Congress is $170,000 a year plus change. Oh, also plus a bit of healthcare benefits. But yeah, he's trying to drum up sympathy about, the sacrifice they have to make for that, because that's not enough money to take care of a family. Oh, their salary's been in limbo, frozen like that, since 2009. But it's also 3 times the average salary of the normal American worker. So, a member of Congress can't support their family off just that 6-figure salary, yet normal average Americans are expected to off of 1/3 of that? That's interesting. I don't see Mike Johnson making any sympathetic arguments for trying to raise the average salary for workers. Why is it only Congress members who get his sympathy on their stock trading to try and support their family because $170,000 a year just isn't quite enough and shouldn't be expected to take care of their family? Talking about how, if they can't trade stocks, we're going to lose qualified people coming into Congress because the clams just aren't there. Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town? Can you not see the clear conflict there of people getting into politics solely to make money as opposed to actually serve the public and improve the country in which they're representing and trying to, supposed to be advocating for the will of the people? If they're there solely to be making money off their position, don't you think that kind of compromises them in that job? Like, just food for thought, I guess, Mike. These fucking crooks feel so emboldened by the state of this country right now, where there are no consequences when you reach this level of power, that he's just like openly yapping about it. He's not even whispering it, he's saying it out loud with his whole chest. It's like he got hit with a fucking truth serum and he's just unapologetically talking about why it's so sympathetic that these Congress members will engage in a wee bit of corruption, a tiddlywink of insider trading, and it's actually kind of understandable. But don't worry, he's in favor of the ban, which also still hasn't come. Still not banned. They're still doing it. No one's getting punished for it, even though it is just right there in the open, this blatant insider trading. And it's been going on for so long. I also find it adorable how Mike Johnson in particular, anytime he's asked about anything, he's always just like, oh yeah, I don't know anything about it. Or, Mike, did you hear what Trump said about this? He's like, I didn't hear it. No, I didn't hear that. Dude is deaf 99% of the time with his job here, but his ears perk up and his senses fire when it comes to face fucking the American public and trying to, like, rally support behind the idea of Congress members needing to engage in a little insider trading, perhaps, mayhaps. 170K plus just isn't enough to be raising the family and taking care of their family, so, like, we really do need to have sympathy for why they might choose to do that. It's just so delusional and so out of touch. And again, he's just saying it. It's not like he's being tortured to have this information come out of him where it just oozes out of his lips in desperation. He's just confidently saying it. He also has the gall to call it a sacrifice, by the way. Oh, the noble sacrifice. Only getting 170K plus benefits in Congress. It's just heart breaks for them. Like, we need to have sympathy for this stock trading. Like, I do think, we need to really consider that. That's not a sacrifice, brother. That is better than the vast majority of jobs that the American public are doing. And I strongly believe that the normal American worker works longer and harder than members of Congress. I fully believe that. And they are getting a third of the salary. And yet Mike has the chutzpah to be saying that it's a sacrifice only getting 170K to do this job. Do you know how many people would kill for that kind of salary, Mike? Like, that is the most envious position to be in. Right now, the average American is expected to be raising a family off a third of what you're crying about here and yapping about. And you're saying, like, how difficult that is. Imagine what it's like for the actual average American. Like, it's almost impossible off of just a single income, which is why dual income is kind of the only way people are able to even start to tinker with the idea of getting a house and starting a family. It's extremely difficult. And even with dual income, that's still not reaching 170K a year off the average American working salary, Mike. This is just a terrible, out-of-touch argument that he's making. And again, in the full context, he is saying that he's, like, in favor of the ban, but if that's the case, Mike, why are you gathering sympathy for those that are doing this stock trading, this potentially dirty dealings here using insider knowledge? That's a little weird. It's almost like it's just lip service. Because all of these politicians know that if they just outright said, like, insider trading, fuck you guys, kick rocks, we're gonna do it, come hell or high water, who cares? They would get pushback even from the most brain dead of drones. So they have to put on this facade of like, oh no, this is really bad. And even though a lot of them will say things about how bad insider trading is and make these pushes to put the kibosh on it, somehow it just never quite pans out. Isn't that weird? Isn't that so strange? It's almost like it's one of the big perks to being in their positions of power. Milking it for all the money they can possibly squeeze out of it using information that isn't available to the public and only available to them. It's what we're seeing right now with so many of those close to Trump, for example, where it's just very clear. And it's also something that's been going on for an extremely long time in previous administrations as well. Insider trading has been a staple for many members of Congress for so long. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going away anytime soon, no matter how much talk there is about it, it just seems like it is truly corrupt to the core, just rotten. And Mike Johnson isn't even shy about trying to, like, talk about it positively. Anyway, I'll stop blabbering about it. It's fucking infuriating. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya. Discord's come a long way since its humble beginnings as a Reddit tier, memer, fedora-tipping, narwhal baconing at midnight service where every time you fired it up, it'd toss incredibly timeless classics at you like constructing additional pylons and overloading on memes, watch out for Wumpus, and anytime you contacted their support, you were put in touch with Springle, the mystical gnome fairy elf wizard lord, to do nothing to help you with whatever problem you had. Discord has grown a lot since those days. It has been a staple in society for the last couple of years. And just a few hours ago, they put out an announcement about some big upcoming changes to Discord that they may as well have just announced they're shutting down. Like, that would have been more positively received than what we actually got here. This is despicable. Discord has announced that all accounts will be age restricted by default unless you verify your age via face scan or ID. There's also a lot more terrible things here, but that's by far the biggest. Discord, by the way, is like the least trustworthy place to be giving your data to. Only a couple months ago, Discord had a huge data breach where hackers got tons of data as well as 70,000 fucking government IDs. Giving Discord your biometric data and ID is like giving your paycheck to a polymarket gambling addict. It's just a terrible recipe for disaster. Now they're going with the standard play from John Madden's playbook here of corporate gobbledygook, where they're saying that this is actually in order to create a safer experience for teens that use Discord. While obviously Discord has had a history of horrible things that have happened to children that have used their service, this in no way, shape, or form is the actual impetus for why they're implementing these changes to harvest your data. They then also have a mention in that tweet there that they're starting a council for US teens aged 13 to 17 to apply to be a part of this board that's supposed to better help steer Discord in a direction that's safer for children. What do you, like, how does a kid submit a resume? What's your work experience? We need at least 7 years of, Nickelodeon internships or something in order to accept you on the Discord children's board here. It's a very weird proposal. Now, going to their announcement here, when would users need to verify their age group? Users are only prompted to verify their age group when they attempt to access certain age-restricted content, settings, or features. After completing age assurance, users won't be asked to verify again for future age-restricted actions. A user may be prompted to verify their age group if they attempt to unblur media flagged by our sensitive content filters or attempt to change any of the default sensitivity content filter settings to show sensitive content, turn off message requests, access age-restricted channels and servers, speak in a stage channel, and toggle on age-restricted command settings. Then, in bold at the very bottom, importantly, this does not mean everyone will need to confirm their age just to use Discord. Not yet, at least. I'm sure that's right around the corner. But they knew that they would catch a big load of fucking poop from this for all of their users because nobody wants to just be willy-nilly giving all of their data, their fucking face scan, ID, and everything to Discord, of all companies. A company that literally just had a massive data breach, by the way. Many people can use Discord exactly as they do today without ever being asked to confirm their age. Now, here's the default safety settings that if you attempt to alter, you will then most likely be prompted to fork over your data, whether that's an ID or a face scan. So they're calling it Teen by Default, because these settings establish a clear safety baseline designed with teens in mind, with flexibility for adults to customize their experience. Adults can always choose to verify their age and change them or leave this setting as is. Unless a user is confirmed to be an adult, these safety settings stay in place and can't be changed. So they're immutable unless you are giving, of course, your precious data, which is a currency more valuable than money, which is why every company is scrambling to do everything they can to try and roll out some changes that require you to give them your data. So that way they can sell it to other entities. At this point, it's most likely going to AI-based companies, but it goes all over the place and it always has. So then it goes in to lay out the default settings, such as the content filters, age-gated spaces, message requests, friend request alerts, and stage restrictions. So the wacky new philosophy over there at Discord is everyone's a child unless proven otherwise. Children by default. It's a pretty interesting strategy. I don't know if this is what Wumpus has been cooking ever since they banished him to the back rooms or what, but fascinating idea. Brace yourself, because maybe this is a controversial take. This perhaps could be spicy. Do you know how you really protect children on Discord? You don't let children on Discord. This is going to tie into something I was just yapping about a couple days ago, and it's something I've said numerous times over the years, but we are in an era where parents do not want to be parents. They would much rather just plop their kids in front of an iPad or a computer and let the internet raise their kids for them, and just let them have completely unmonitored, unfiltered, unlimited access to the cyberspace, the World Wide Web. And as such, the entire landscape of the internet has shifted to constantly be catering towards children using it, which is extraordinarily different from how it was when I was growing up, where the internet was made for adults and kids had like certain special pockets online. But by and large, the internet was focused on adults using it. Whereas now it's just been normalized for parents to turn their kids loose online and let them run wild. So as a result, everything on the internet has changed in order to compensate for that. And make no mistake, Discord making this change, its primary goal isn't to protect kids using their service. It is to harvest your data, because it's going to be very, very valuable for Discord. And getting everyone more and more comfortable with mass surveillance and no privacy turning over your information and data is something that tons of companies are doing everything in their power to do. They just found a convenient excuse to try and paint it as something good, like protecting kids from bad people on Discord. Now, something else in their announcement is this about a toolkit that's going to be introducing age inference to help determine with high confidence whether a user on the platform is an adult. So from the way they describe it, it seems like it's going to be this tool that's monitoring your activity to find patterns of your usage and make an estimation of your age based on what you engage in on Discord. Admittedly, I'm a bit confused on exactly what this is, but from the sound of things, it is something that's running in the background that monitors user behavior. So if you're someone that's frequenting tax channels on Discord in order to help with your taxes, it would likely view that behavior as likely an adult using the account. So then it would just internally have you as an adult account, so you wouldn't need to complete an explicit age verification flow, like if I'm understanding this correctly. Again, I'm not entirely sure what that is. To me, it sounds like what YouTube introduced not long ago, where it monitors user usage behavior and will make an estimation of their age based on what they engage in on the platform. So for Discord, it seems like it's doing that too. And if it determines that you're an adult, you might not have to submit your facial scan or government ID. But again, I could be totally wrong. Now here's Discord treating its users like dogs, trying to coat this pill in peanut butter to make it easier to swallow. We also offer other assurance methods through our collaboration with trusted, privacy-forward partners such as facial age estimation and ID scan, all designed to minimize data use and maximize user control. There's no way of dressing that up in any way that is actually privacy-forward, by the way. We will continue exploring and validating additional age assurance approaches with the goal of expanding options and giving users choices that work best for them. After completing a chosen method, users will receive confirmation via direct message from our official Discord account. A user's assigned age group can be viewed at any time in My Account Settings. Users can also go to My Account Settings to appeal by retrying the process. We currently only prompt users to age assure when they are in the Discord app and trying to access age-restricted content or update specific safety settings. We do not send emails or text messages about our age assurance process or results. So then they go into the key privacy protections. On-device processing. Video selfies for facial age estimation never leave a user's device. Quick deletion. Identity documents submitted to our vendors are quickly deleted, in most cases, immediately after age confirmation. Not in every case, by the way, just most of them they're like immediately deleted, but usually it's like real quick. Like I'm talking lickety split. Straightforward verification. In most states, users complete the process once and their Discord experience adapts to their verified age group. Users may be asked to use multiple methods only when more information is needed to assign an age group. Fuck, Jesus. Private status. A user's age verification status is only available to that user and cannot be seen by others. We're intentional about selecting and working with age assurance partners with strong privacy practices and limit data collection to what's strictly necessary for age assurance. There you have it. That's the big changes coming to Discord right around the corner. And don't let Discord deceive you into thinking that this is a change that they're making for a positive reason, like protecting kids that use Discord. That's not actually why they're making this big pivot here at all. It's just in this race that every company on the planet is engaged in to collect as much data as possible and get people as comfortable as possible with just giving their data willingly. So that way they can just harvest it easily, no hiccups. This is not a good change, and it is not something that anyone should be looking forward to. Do I think it's actually going to kill Discord? No. I don't think so. I know a lot of people are saying that this is the end of Discord, and even me with the title RIP Discord, I don't actually think it's going to sink them. I think people are just going to shrug their shoulders and just fork over the data in order to keep using the platform that they've already become accustomed to. I don't believe people ever really have a huge willingness to switch off of things that they become used to. There's endless examples to pull from, even like in gaming. People have set games that are their comfort game, and they maybe might tinker around with playing a new game in the same genre, but typically always go back to the one that they've just spent the most time with, and right now that's Discord. So I don't think that this is going to be, a huge destruction of Discord, even though I think it should be. I just don't think people are actually going to make a switch to something else in its place because people are just too used to Discord's service at this point. But I guess we'll see. I could be entirely wrong. Skype, for example. Skype, by all definitions, was too big to fail. They were the top dog until Discord came around and ate their lunch. Discord was a superior service to Skype, and Skype ate shit for it. It never adapted, it never changed, and it died. So who knows, maybe I'm entirely wrong, and something will pop up now that Discord is in a really rough spot, lost their footing here. Maybe something else will come and take its place, and people will flock to that instead, so that way they don't have to play ball with these kind of new changes. We'll see. I'm just not super optimistic about that happening, but I'd love to be wrong about it. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya. That reminds me, have you seen that scalper clip of the guy who grabs a box right from the employee before they stock it, and then once he reaches the counter, he begs another scalper for one-piece TCG packs? I have not seen that one. That sounds on par for pathetic scalper behavior, though.
For it. Seriously.
I'm good.
Nice. But you cannot do that. Yeah. Come on.
What do you mean? I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna buy it.
Buddy.
I'm gonna pay for it.
Okay, you're not allowed to take that box.
Okay,
You can get what you want inside it, but you can't take the box.
Alright. Yo, could you not touch my... Yo.
Can you not... This guy has the gall. Can you not touch my box? Brother, you just took this off of the employee's dolly. And now all of a sudden he's claiming ownership of it. What a loser. Normalize taking shit from scalpers.
First come, first serve, bro.
Yeah, but I was there first.
Yo. Watch yourself, bro.
Watch yourself, bro. I can hear this guy's a dweeb. Watch yourself. What are you gonna do? Cry to mommy about it? The chutzpah. Wow. What a dork.
You have to make the purchase here. I do the purchase.
Fucking insane. Guy already got everything.
So insane!
Bro, you gon'...
Oh, wow.
Ooh, you... Can I get...
It's so crazy how many scalpers are just unapologetically doing this shit, man. Ugh. I haven't seen one in the wild yet, but I imagine it's because I go to Walmart in the afternoon. These fucking vultures are there in the morning. The second restock happens. But to just go from like the restock over here to just another scalper with a whole cart full of product.
Some packs of One Piece?
I only got 6 here, man.
No way.
Sorry.
Can I get one ETB?
No, I need them all.
Oh, just one.
2, 4, there's for it. Seriously?
Man. Ooh, it's so cringe. Ah, it's so pathetic. His day is ruined. How can you be so mean? I know he wouldn't share his product with the other scalper, dude. What? No honor among thieves? What kind of madness? He's violating scalper code. I like how this guy says, I need them all. I only have 6. I miss being able to actually participate in my hobby. Haven't gotten a single card in months. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, bro. Blame these losers. I heard the more Pokemon you scalp, the worse your hairline gets. True. That is brutal. That is rough. That's a should be wearing a hat type of style there, I would say. Not too familiar with One Piece TCG, but is scalping new for it, or has it just gotten worse? No, it's new for it. When I was actively competing in One Piece, I used to constantly talk about like how accessible it was, like in terms of like competitive decks. Now everything's super expensive because it's just so hard to get your hands on product to open it. But even in the beginning for the One Piece TCG, there was a product shortage. They didn't print enough, so it was kind of hard to get boxes anyway. But at least the people that got boxes then like played it, or at least actively engaged in it, so they'd like sell the cards to others or, you know, trade them. Now it's just scalpers that hoard them. So it's just much worse. Was this craze still from the COVID era? TCGs blew up during COVID, but no. You can't blame this on like the COVID hysteria around cards. This is truly just the state of like everything. It's not just cards. There's scalpers for literally everything. Fucking Nitos, Burger King collabs, McDonald's collabs, Popeyes collabs, everything. You saw the Elden Ring cast got announced? No. Tom Burke, Havana Rose, Liu, Sonoya Mizuno, Jonathan Price, Ruby Cruz, John Hodgkinson, Jefferson Hall, Emma Laird, and Peter Serafinowicz. I know none of them. And then also Kit Connor, Ben Winshaw, Kaylee Spaney, Nick Offerman. What? Nick Offerman? What the hell is he? Is he gonna be some bro? Imagine they bring him in for that. Just very out of place. They just bring in Sunbro for some reason just to fucking farm the pointing at the screen. Get the Dark Souls fans hype. Ben Wishaw is the voice of Paddington. Ah. That's cool. Sources say the budget is well over 100 million and will be around 100 days of principal photography. Set to release March 3rd, 2028. I just don't know how you make a good movie out of this. I really don't see it, but I'd love if it actually did turn out great. It needs to be a lot of action. Like you would think, right? It'd have to be. Which would be so expensive and extremely difficult to do well. What the fuck is Nick Offerman gonna do, though? I really like that these aren't A-list actors. At least I don't think they are. I don't recognize the names. So I think that's good. That makes me a little more optimistic. Nick Offerman is such a wacky one, though. Maybe he's just a fan of Elden Ring. So they threw him in there as like the loathsome dung eater or something. Just to get wacky. Imagine it's just this character from Parks and Rec. True, that'd go crazy. Hey Denkin, Nick Offerman is a crazy-ass actor when he locks in. I don't think he's a bad actor, he just feels like such a weird fit. No Tom Holland, Jack Black, Timothy Chalamet, or Chris Pratt. Box office bomb, here we come. I know, right? No Zendaya either? Like, this has no chance. No one's gonna see a movie without any of them. They also announced the cast for the new Netflix Gundam movie. Did I know they were doing that? It sounds like vaguely familiar. Netflix and Legendary have kicked off production on live-action Gundam movie, adding 6 to the cast. Jackson White, Nanzo Anazi, Javon Walton, Alexander Rudinsky, Ida Brooke, and Jason Isaacs. Character details under wraps. As previously announced, Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo lead the ensemble. Oh my god, this feels like those AI casting videos. Dragon Ball Z live action cast revealed. Tom Holland, Sydney Sweeney, because they only know like 5 actors. Pretty cool. I bet Sydney Sweeney loves Gundam. She's probably a big Gundam fan. Michael Mando's also confirmed. I don't know Michael Mando. Who's Michael Mando? You seem excited. Oh, wait. That's this guy's name? This guy's great. Oh, that's cool then. That's actually cool. Sucks they didn't cast the Hunger Games legend. I know, I can't believe I didn't get a call from the Netflix casting team for the Gundam series, or the Gundam movie, whatever it is. What a shame. What a shame. Don't they know I was one of the top-ranked players in Gundam Evolution? Look up the Gachi Akata's author tweet on piracy, pretty open-minded from someone in such an anti-piracy industry. I've spent the past few days researching the circumstances in different countries, including financial situations. I understand that for many people, pirate sites are the only way they can read manga. I also understand that prices can be higher overseas. I've even seen people saying, don't bring this issue up. But if we do not speak up now, the value of Japanese manga and creative works built through the sacrifices of relentless efforts and those who came before us will be wasted. I've also seen people say, reading for free doesn't hurt sales. That's not true. Free lowers the value of things. Once people grow used to getting something for free, they stop looking toward legitimate versions. I also understand that people who truly love a work will still support it properly. We pour ourselves into creating so readers can enjoy our work. Compensation matters, of course, but more than anything, I do not want to see its value diminished. To help people who cannot afford to buy it or who do not have access to it enjoy these works, Ando and I have been discussing this for a long time and exploring many ideas. Cannot share details yet, but we're working on it. Publishers are making efforts as well. Sorry it's taking time, but please stop hurling accusations like you are racists or saying misguided things like piracy is free promotion for you. That's always fucking delusional, by the way. I'm a big advocate for, like, you know, piracy to a certain degree, but that claim of its free promotion is just baloney. We will continue doing everything we can so everyone can enjoy manga, and I ask one thing in return, please try to understand our perspective and our culture as well. That's an interesting take on it. Especially in the manga industry, right? That is interesting. I would argue Freddie Wong uploading the torrent for his movie got it way more attention. Yeah, there are extenuating circumstances like that, but those are fringe cases. How many people who watch the Avatar leak are going to now go buy a Paramount subscription to watch it when it drops? Probably very, very few. It's not free promotion and it doesn't lead to sales or anything. But there are certain cases, like with Freddy, where it does help. But like I've always said, for things like Godslap, right? I don't care if people pirate it instead of buy it. That's fine by me. At the end of the day, if someone really likes it, they will support it probably at some point. But that's not going to be the perspective for everyone. And in cases where you get a better product through piracy, like where, a work gets things taken out of it or it runs poorly because of whatever else they shoehorn into a game, but pirating it gets rid of that so it runs better. You've just made a better product for piracy as opposed to the official one. There's a lot of different nuance to it. Lord Gabin has the right idea. Give the customer something better than piracy. I always quote Gabin on that. He famously said piracy is a service problem. And he's right. To an extent. That is a big component of it. Think about how difficult it is to watch some shows now because of how many times they change streaming hands and licensing. Whereas if you just pirated a show, you get the whole thing. No headache. Sometimes in better quality. Yeah, sometimes in better quality.
AI everything. It's coming. Literally everything. Even in the most useless circumstances, AI is being ham-fisted into it. Soon, your silverware is going to be AI integrated, where it'll be telling you, you know, Charles, it seems like you're looking for an awfully big portion of this spaghetti here. Are you looking to put on pounds? Like shaming you or something if you're eating too much food. Like everything is getting AI. Millions of dollars going into the most useless implementations of AI imaginable because it's just this gold rush that has broken the brains of every tech company on the planet. Last night I learned about, of course, the Razer Goon Tube. Then there's the Sony AI patent that will play the games for you if you blow major ass at gaming. There's also the HyperX Brain Reader AI headset. Like, it's all just so fucking fundamental trash. Like, even from a conceptual standpoint, they are just terrible ideas that AI does nothing to actually improve anything with what they're pitching here. It just makes shit worse and makes everything more expensive for consumers. It sucks. So let's see a little bit more about it, huh?
You saw Razer's new AI waifu hologram. It's called Project Ava. Just like an Alexa, but your little AI assistant. Let's take a peek. Project Ava, Razer's AI gaming assistant, has physical form now. Whoopee! Wow. For gamers who want their backseat gamer to be a little cute. For those who need a refresher, Project Ava is Razer's real-time gaming co-pilot, an AI assistant that essentially acts as a backseat gamer for you. While you're playing, Ava, represented here by a character named Kira, offers live advice, tips, and commentary overlaid directly on your screen as the game unfolds. It's coaching, but with a personality and a face. There's a trailer for it. You can change the waifu into Faker. You can change the hold on it. Maybe I was too quick to judge. You can change the waifu into Faker.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Morning, Joey. You were snoring again. Definitely wear your favorite green jacket. Look, now we're really vibing.
That's the saddest shit I've seen in my fucking life, man. My heart breaks for someone who purchases this and relies on this kind of interaction. It is designed to keep you inside forever and away from human beings.
I think you're onto something.
Whole day, soldier. We need more air support.
Yeah.
Whoa, clean shot. Nice one.
Oof. Maybe aim for the head next time? Break line of sight.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want my fucking AI assistant to be sassy and insulting me while I'm playing League of Legends and feeding in mid lane. That's what I'm looking for. Thank God.
Switch to burst fire mid-range.
GG, that was amazing. Ready to go again? This is Project Ava, your AI desk companion.
Oh! I hope Faker got paid millions for that. AI girlfriend gonna point out every missed CS. Have you tried killing the cannon minion? It'll give you an advantage in lane. PC's gonna cost 10k because of the AI goon jar. True. It is like a little fucking goon tube in here, huh? Very cool. They have a camera installed on it for some reason. How else are they gonna know if you're hitting those nasty headshots? And if they can't see it, they can't offer incredible advice such as, have you tried switching to burst fire for mid-range? Or whatever the guy said. It needs the camera. What, you think it's gonna be like spying on you or something? Why would it do that? It makes no... You sound crazy. You sound crazy. It's for the sake of helping you game, brother. It's your AI assistant. It wants to see you as much as you want to see it. Bringing her to Dave & Buster's so she can backseat me at the Crane Games. Oh my god. That's unlocking the full potential. Bring her to the casino to gamble. Well, she wouldn't be able to help you gamble. That'd be a worthless use. Have you seen the news of PlayStation AI patent could see games play themselves when players get stuck? Sony AI patent will see PlayStation games play themselves when players are stuck. AI-generated ghost player assistants would help out players who can't progress in a game. As described in patent documents, Ghost Player would see players call down an AI-generated ghost version of the player character, which could either play out the solution to a particular part of the level or complete it entirely. Originally filed in 2024, World Intellectual Property Organization published an international status report on the patent this week. For example, if a player were stuck on a puzzle in an Uncharted game, then they should just stop playing games forever. Holy shit, that would be beyond tragic. The guide mode would seemingly present an AI-controlled Nathan Drake demonstrating the solution before the player did it themselves. The complete mode would simply complete the section for the player. I just don't even... What would even be the fucking point in playing? I don't get it. Just, if you're that stuck, just look up a gameplay video of it on YouTube. Look up like a fucking walkthrough. Grow up. Oh my god, what a huge waste of time and resources to make a ghost player. Oh my god, this is our reality. Oh my god. Holy ads. I'm so tired of you guys not appreciating good ad placement. We still have unused space for more ads. So you're not even getting the worst of it here. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only 8. And only one auto-playing ad. I can even see the article here. Like, well, pieces of it. Also in AI news, HyperX just revealed an AI gaming headset that can read your mind and make you play faster. HyperX reveals headset that uses AI to read your brain and make you faster. Great news in gaming here. Nothing but positives, huh? HyperX and Neurable revealed the collaboration that has given way to AI-powered sensor-fitted neurotechnological gaming headset. It uses non-invasive sensors to read brain waves and encourage gamers to boost their performance. The combination of HyperX peripheral technology and Neurable's cognitive monitoring solutions endeavors to give players insights into their real-time brain performance and reduce their reaction times. Whoa, that's so cool. It was claimed that testing participants resulted in an improved reaction time of around 43 milliseconds on average, a number that was made even more pronounced by testing the headset with pro esports players. A promising future of gaming, one where understanding your mind becomes as natural as understanding your mechanics by making brain-computer interfaces intuitive and invisible inside the tools players already use. We're proving that neuroscience can meaningfully elevate performance and transform the way people play. We've always been about empowering power players with the best technology to play, and now with our strategic collaboration with Neurable, we look forward to giving more insight into how one's cognitive skills and focus impacts their gameplay to ultimately make them as competitive as possible. Am I understanding this correctly? So it doesn't actually like do anything to like jolt your brain into being faster. It's giving you data on your reaction times and stuff? Is that what it is? It's giving you insight into how your cognitive skills and focus impact your gameplay? Which, to me, feels pretty fucking obvious. But I guess hard numbers maybe helps someone out there. I don't need to know that my reflexes are shit. See, that's what, like, I don't see how it helps you improve your reaction time by just giving you the data. I can also get my reaction time data by going to, like, humanbenchmark.com and testing it. I don't see how this improves reaction time by, on average, 43 milliseconds. But shit. Who am I to doubt the power of AI? Imagine the superhuman you could be if you combined all of these. AI gaming headset for reaction time, AI goon tube for backseat gaming, and the AI patent to play the game for you. You would be the next Faker. It's like Lawnmower Man. It is very much like Lawnmower Man. Actually, that's a good point to bring up. How are gaming companies prepared to deal with fake AI players? They're not. They just literally are not. They can't even deal with human cheaters right now, let alone AI bots that play their games. There's nothing they will be able to do to stop it. And all online gaming will suffer when that becomes more commonplace. You think this is also geared towards accessibility and disabled players for Sony, that is? I could see that argument in some capacity, but it's not like... The accessibility it's offering is more so like, we'll just complete it for you. That's kind of the antithesis to accessibility. I actually think all of the accessibility that Microsoft has done is in a good direction. I know I poo-poo on Microsoft all the time, but I am actually always impressed with how seriously they take accessibility controls for disabled gamers. This is not really that. This is just giving you the solutions or doing it for you. It's not really an accessibility tool. Why do we need this when they already have Atreus telling me how to solve a puzzle? That's true, they already did accomplish this without AI. They didn't need patents for Atreus just vomiting out every solution. What's the difference between watching a video and watching AI do it for the solution, though? The difference of millions and millions and millions of dollars in resources poured into the AI doing it for you when you can just for free right now without any big detrimental effect on the industry, type in YouTube Uncharted walkthrough for whatever you're stuck on. That's the big difference. You hear NVIDIA is reproducing 3060 GPUs? I saw the headline, I forgot to look into that. I wonder if they're going to be the same price that they were back when it first released. My gut tells me probably not. Why do you think Valve cares so much about something being AI or not compared to other companies? For me, it's a pretty obvious answer to that. I don't even know if it's the right answer, but maybe it's just because of my faith in the company. Valve has shown for almost 2 decades now that it really does value a good product. It values the consumer, and that's why it has a de facto monopoly on PC gaming. People just choose Valve despite there being alternatives. No one goes to them because Valve is just the gold standard. It actually is just the most consumer-friendly platform in the space, period. So I feel like Valve understands that the consumer wants to be informed on if the product uses AI. So Valve gives you the tools to see that yourself and make your own decisions if that means something to you. Whereas other companies, they make all those decisions and don't give a fuck about like what the consumers or players actually want. It's all about how they can squeeze money out of them. That's what I think. It could be wrong though. But I feel like Valve has a very good track record when it comes to just like actually delivering a quality product. Because there is literally no reason why every company wouldn't just follow Valve's example when it comes to AI. Just tell the consumers if this is an AI game. If they don't like AI games, they won't play it. If they like AI games, they'll buy it and play it. There is nothing wrong with giving consumers more information. That is a good thing, no matter how you spin it. Keeping it a secret, that's shady, that's scummy. Remember, Valve started Battle Pass. Did they? I don't think they were the first. What they did start, though, is gaming gambling. The loot boxes. they started that one. They opened Pandora's box there. I don't know about the Battle Pass, though. The Dota 2 compendiums were the first Battle Passes. I think all of this started with Bethesda trying to sell us horse armor. It would have always ended up this way. Bethesda was just the first one to do it. There's no world where gaming evolving into the absolute juggernaut industry it is today wouldn't have been exploited in the exact same way, with or without horse armor. Yeah, that's how we got on this subject, was talking about Project Ava. That's how we went down this fucking rabbit hole. It is such... I hate it. It's so ass. I really do not even see who this in particular is for. I don't. Outside of Gooners. Like, I mean, like, the target demographic it's looking for is, like, gamers looking to improve their gaming and also have, like, a social companion. But I don't see it ever being utilized for that. It will absolutely just be, like, a replacement friend. Who the fuck is going to want AI to backseat game them forever? Offering snarky remarks like, have you tried hitting your headshots? Sounds like shit. You lack empathy. I don't know if that's a meme or not. I've said this a million times. My heart fucking breaks for the people that are growing up with this kind of thing being normalized and like their main socialization coming through a computer screen, not being able to connect to human beings. I have so much empathy for that. 1,000,000%. Which is why I advocate so strongly for disconnecting, bucking the trend of relying on AI to be your pathway into the world, or what you think is the world, and instead going out and actually trying to make meaningful connections with human beings and socialize with real people. You sound like the Unabomber. Was the Unabomber talking about AI goontubes too? I haven't read his manifesto in a while. I can't recall if that was one of his big pillars. Ironically, there's another AI waifu hologram made for lonely people. It's called Lepro Amy. It's designed specifically for emotional intimacy. Surely that will help all of the lonely people. That's the solution. To isolate further. Can't say I've heard of this one. Lepro Amy? Oh yeah, this was also announced at CES. And it is also another goontube. Well, I guess not fully a tube. You'd have to like pop that off, which it doesn't seem like would be very easy. Lepro Amy, a device the Chinese company openly markets not just as AI companion, but an AI soulmate. Oh, good idea. There was no live demo as the show floor was too loud, according to staff, which felt oddly fitting for a product meant to simulate emotional intimacy. Even silent, Amy drew a crowd. Very cool. What do you mean you remain unconvinced that people don't need an AI friend or soulmate? That's why we're born in this world, to find our AI soulmate. And then die in front of it, fucking 80 years completely alone, living off Doritos and pizza and broken dreams. That's the utopia. Wasn't there a movie about that? There's a few movies about that, but there's one people always reference, the Joaquin Phoenix one. Her, I think. A guy who married Miku was just living in 2025. Oh man, that guy was so ahead of his time. What was his name? I can't even remember now. The guy who married Miku a few years back? Yeah, this guy. He saw the vision. He knew where we were heading. And now he locked down Miku so no one else can have her. Didn't he get sad when Miku underwent maintenance? Yeah, that was actually... This whole story is really sad. Like, it is like legitimately sad. But you're referencing when they brought her down for like a patch or something, so his wife basically died for a little while. The whole thing is like legitimately actually sad though.